Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live for BSR Touring Car action. The iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. Andrew Woodhouse here, alongside Adam Bath, Sam Kumar on the cameras. You might wonder, where's Alex Simpson? Well, Adam, somewhere that he's never ever been before.
No, indeed. Yeah, we're going to have 4 races coming up tonight with Alex Simpson in the car, in the Kia Optima. A series that he's been broadcasting for just coming on to complete our 3rd year now of the BSRTC, never during the Kia Optima, and now he's stepping in it in probably one of the toughest tracks of the year with, 55 cars on the track. I don't know what he's got himself in for, to be honest, because he saved me a
I was going to say, he's got you out of this one, hasn't he? So.
He's got me, yeah, and it's a track that we know well, of course. We did the 24 hours together, and for Alex, it didn't go too well during his stints as well, so I'll be hoping to make amends. He was doing okay in practice, actually. I think he got 13th fastest, so now he's got the draft of his teammates, and we'll see what he can do. I think he can try and join you in the BSRTC winner's circle.
I hope he can. That'd be fantastic if he can manage it, and I don't see any real reason why he can't. But yeah, he probably had one of the unluckiest and worst half hours that I've ever seen one person have in an endurance race. You could not believe the luck, culminating even in someone trying to bump draft him off at the back end of the circuit. But yeah, coming across the line now, and just to finish his flying lap, and he actually goes 7th fastest with a 4:14.976. So that's quicker than he went in the practice session. And it's currently Jamie Fluke who leads the way, who's another was a reserve driver, I believe, for Apex Racing this week.
Yeah, Jamie Fluke filling in for Stelian Shepard.
Former champion, of course.
Yes, Jamie Fluke, winner of the first winter series that we broadcast. That was in the Kia as well, actually. So
winner of season 10.
Yeah, before the second Pro Series got underway. So got good talent there, Jamie Fluke. And he's ahead of another champion in various Kia competition in Pete Harris. We're running through the championship standings going into this race meeting as well. David Baker leads the way, 76 points ahead of the aforementioned Stelian Chapalevsky, who isn't here this week. I think he is on work business. Wojciech Swidovic in 3rd. 4th is Dan Crafts. 5th, Kip Stevens. Kip Stevens in 5th position in the championship. That's quite a good start for him this season. Ben Hackerson in 6th as well for Boosted. Boosted, a Pro-Am team, but they've got their one pro driver up there already. Sven Glatzel down a few positions. It's been a bad few weeks, or a bad week, I should say, since we came back from the week 13 break. Richard Gore in 8th, Alex Malensky 9th, and Michael Hall running up the top 10. Over in the AM standings, it's Northern Lights Racing's Nicole Foggy that's leading the way. Then it's 2 boosted cars, John Roberts and Stuart Atkinson in 2nd and 3rd places respectively. And then 4th is, respectively I should say, Roy Verke in 4th, Max Wright 5th, Andrew Whitehead 6th, Thorstein Helgeson 7th, 8th Scott Malcolm, 9th Stephen Baxter, and 10th Laura Bond. And into the Teams Championship, Apex Racing leading CQRS line by just 4 points. That is how close it is between those two. Of course, Alex Simpson can't do anything to influence that. He is hit purely here as a celebrity driver for this week. Pro Sim in 3rd, Boosted in 4th, CQR Race Up in 5th, Fanatec in 6th, 7th Northern Lights Racing, 8th Automech Knock Hill, 9th Sim Gear, 10th Automech Performance. Then it's GT Omega with Team Mad. The two teams have merged. In fact, I think Team
That's
Mad.
What it looks like, yeah.
I don't even know if Team Mad had any entries on the grid. Maybe they just, maybe they've just decided to merge with GT Omega. And then our Fanatec at the back. A little bit of housekeeping as well in terms of drivers that we've got for this one. Rob Plumley.
Lewis Bibby's in at Sim Gear.
Yep, Rob Plumley is at Alphalatech. And also Dan Hunt is in at Pro Sim for now, as he wanted to, as he's expressed to race. We could have Simon Field back on the grid as well in the not too distant future, and name a few of our listeners or watchers from viewers, I should say, from a few seasons ago will hear. And Christian Rose is racing today as well, a regular in the British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Who's Christian Rose racing for, Adam? Sorry.
I haven't
Pro Sim.
seen...
Is he Pro Sim as well?
I will double check. I'll see if he's been out on the track.
Oh no, he's a CQR driver though, isn't he?
Yeah, CQR driver. So I think he might be filling in for. Oh goodness me, definitely filling in for one of the CQR drivers. Is Dan Kraft here today? There's so many cars that.
I think he's just got a white car on my screen as well, which doesn't help.
Dan Kraft is here as well. So maybe filling in the race up team. Maybe filling in the CQR team. We'll wait and see. how it goes there. But yeah, the qualifying session underway at the moment. Only 21 cars out of the 56 entries have set a time. And that is all because, of course, that if you do get a single off-track around this lap, which is quite easy to do at some points on the circuit, then your lap time will be invalidated and you have to go around again.
A long lap, Adam, and that's one of the things. As somebody went off into the gravel there. I believe that was Pete Harrod. Was that a mistake from the former Club Series champion? I think it was. Going wide and making a trip into the kitty litter.
I have to say though that Le Mans this week is probably the equivalent of Talladega in NASCAR. It's incredibly equal for anybody to get a win, mainly because of the Mulsanne Straight, where there'll be plenty of slipstreaming and allowing the drivers that might not be so quick in terms of pace really stick with the guys that are right at the front.
Yeah, for those who've never seen either a BSRTC race or a race here at Le Mans, it's one of the most historic circuits in the world for several reasons actually. And one of them is because it's quite unique. It's very challenging in its own way. And one of the challenges that Adam mentioned is the Mulsanne Straight, which is I cannot remember how long the Mulsanne Straight is. I believe it's over 4 kilometres or something like that. But it's punctuated these days by 2 chicanes. So there's going to be a hell of a lot of slipstreaming because the Kia Optima provides a very large draft for the cars behind. And also, going to be a lot of battles under braking into these sort of medium speed chicanes, aren't they, Adam? They're not really slow chicanes, but they are quite, you still have to brake hard for them.
Yeah, they're probably being taken in maybe second or third gear
maybe, yeah.
In the Kia Optimas. Just looking at the Mulsanne Straight, 6 kilometres, 3.7 miles of the circuit.
3.7 miles, wow.
There you go. That was, of course, before they put the Forza and the Michelin chicanes in. But yeah, the blast down the Mulsanne Straight makes up for a good portion of the lap, and then yeah, the run on to Indianapolis and Arnage, probably the trickiest part of the circuit. That's where our 24-hour race really got derailed due to me.
And then of course the Porsche curves, which we'll definitely come to later on. And the reason why I say later is because just a couple of minutes to go before the start, we're joined by Alex Simpson here, our colleague, and Alex, that is a very, very good start to your BSRTC career, my friend.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Nice little Q run. I think there was a bit more time on the table. The final sector got really held up, but about 7/10 I think we lost in that final sector. So maybe a 0.2 could have been on. So sixth place. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, I thought I'd be lingering at the back.
Baker wouldn't be happy with you though.
We were talking. When was the last time you drove a front-wheel drive car?
Never.
Never.
Well, true. Today. Yeah. Outside on the road.
Today. Are there any of the lower cars on iRacing front-wheel drive? I don't think. Having the Jetta, I think, isn't it? But you haven't driven that either, have you?
No, I don't think so. No. I think maybe one race I think I did in the Jetta. That was it.
So for all those people at home, what's the main thing that's difficult about this Kia Optima compared to, say, the rear-wheel drive cars that you're used to?
Honestly, it's quite nice going into the corners now. It's just coming off of them. It just, you're used to obviously hitting the gas with the rear-wheel drives, and the car rotates off the corner. This thing just wants to go absolutely dead straight. So it's very difficult to spin it coming off of a corner. But yeah,
I don't think you can.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I've tried.
I haven't yet. So you have to make sure you get the absolute line, the apex through the middle, so you can get on the power spot on. And I think, still struggling a little bit with that as well. I think carrying a bit too much speed, the brakes are quite poor compared to some of the other cars I'm running. So yeah, so it's going to be a fun race though.
In terms of race strategy, then, mate. Obviously, you're starting in a good place. But I was going to say you're starting in a good place. Where in
I don't
theory
want to affect
field...
anyone's championship here, so
well,
I'm
you
a
will,
bit of
so
fun,
it doesn't
but
matter.
I'm not going to rough anybody up. That's for sure.
Not well. I mean,
Unless Laidler comes near me and then he's going in the wall.
There we have it. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. And to be honest, I hate to break it to Rusty, but it doesn't look like he's going to get near you, to be honest, unless it's later on. But no, I was going to say you're in a good place. It's not a place where the field usually bunches up a massive amount, especially at the first lap here. So,
well, with the draft, I feel like definitely I've got something. I feel like we can have a bit of a run with these guys. We'll see how close we can stay at the front, and if there's any mistakes, just got to watch for the off tracks. I've been picking up a lot, so
only 11
the slowdowns. Yeah, so on those. We know how bad they are in the first laps, and I've never really experienced
just
it.
don't get
And they're
one.
terrible in this car. They're worse than any other car. I've just never seen anything like it.
Don't get one on the first lap. That's 100%.
You watch it first
I
corner.
think. I said that to Adam as well, though, and he got.
And I
one,
still ignored it. Yeah.
Yeah, first chicane. You watch it. I'll get one. So,
Well,
all right, lads.
right,
Take it easy.
good luck.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Running through the grid then. Late
It's
lap.
a challenge for him, though, I must admit, because of essentially just how many cars there are out there, and over half the field, Adam, not setting a time at all.
No, and they're all going to be
So
set
far.
on iRacing. So whoever's got the lowest, I'm afraid you're going to be starting in 56th. And I will sort it by iRating now. The person will be...
Dear me.
Scott Malcolm. You're going to be starting in 56th, I'm afraid.
Oh, Scott Malcolm got the lowest I rating.
Probably after...
He's a good driver.
Yes, Simon Roden will be at the back with him. Craig Evans, Matthew Keever, Rizzo, Lorne Murray, Stuart Atkinson. A few of the drivers have got poor I ratings. Thorstein Helgerson, another one. Matt Bunn, Christian Rose. All these guys are going to be at the back. Run you through who's at the front now, though. It's a late surge to pole for Wojciech Savidovic. He puts in a 4:13.4. Right at the death to put the Apex car onto pole position. Second is Jamie Fluke, third is Pete Harrod, fourth Castro Aledo, fifth George Simmons, sixth Alex Smolensky, seventh Dan Craft, eighth Ben Hackerson, ninth Richard Gore, and 10th is Alex Simpson. Dave Baker in 11th, 12th is 11th. Baker will be slightly disappointed, I think, with that, because you set a time that was 1.5 seconds quicker in practice. Excuse me. Colin Cunniff in 12th, Miguel Freitas in 13th. Was doing some good action in the Club 73 Touring Car Championship at the weekend at Mosport. Alex Everett in 14th, Lewis Bibby 15th. Josh Thompson, no practice, but was able to get a 16th place on the grid. He was practicing Ferraris earlier in the IMSA series, so has been able to transfer, has been able to change his skill set, I should say, from a rear-wheel drive GTE car to a four-wheel drive touring car. Stephen Baxter 17th, 18th Andreas Katz, despite not setting a time in practice, 19th Tristan Bodis, 20th Jack McIntyre, Julian Janowski, there he is in 21st, Ross McFarlane 22nd, 23rd John Roberts, 24th, there is Rusty Laidler. So Alex Simpson's got a 14 position threshold there. Stuart Atkinson in 25th, he was lucky to get a time in because otherwise he would have been starting, as we were saying, towards the very back of the grid. Pete Newman 26th, Adam Hadfield 27th, Max Wright 28th, and then Rob Plumley, the last car to set a lap time, returning to the BSRTC for 4:29.
Yeah, and then we're going to get the rest of them. I'll tell you what, I'll read out the rest of them for you when they come up, because
Yeah.
I'll save you the bother of that one. But
That is pretty much halfway, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had a grid where so little people have actually set a time. Some of these, of course, will be penalties, viewers, as well. So some carried over from last week at Montreal. I was pleased to say I don't believe I got any penalties last week, so that was a change from previous times. But yeah, no, fantastic 11th hour lap time by Wojciech Savidovic, our two-time champion, showing that really being good under pressure is also very helpful around Le Mans, and especially, like you say, with the slowdowns and with the off-tracks. Tough to get one really good lap in qualifying, as you'll attest to.
Yeah, and even when I was doing the qualifying for us in the 24 hours, that was just closed qualifying, and it was tough to get a lap in there because if you don't pick up an off-track, you usually pick up a slowdown at some point on the lap, especially those final two chicanes, the forward chicane, and the drivers only have 11 incidents here, so you can't afford to do it too many times, and if you pick up a contact, which will be 4x, and a few off-tracks, you'll find yourself looking at disqualification. The rest of the grid, Andrew.
I believe we do have a standing start as well, which is going to be... look where people are starting, Adam. People are starting in the forward chicane.
Goodness me. Where's Scott Malcolm taking his grid position yet? No, Simon Roden has, but yeah, he's just on the entry into the forward chicane.
Yeah, well, at least to be able to see it all unfolded. We said that that's one of the trickiest places anyway. Probably should have done a rolling start, but the French Air Force won't care about that. They're going about their business anyway. 30th then, Sven Glatzel, with Jake Blackall 31st, Daniel Hunt 32nd, Nico Foggy's 33rd, P34 for Laura Bond, Stuart McFadden 35th, no time set for Paul Smith in 36th, Maciek Sakovic in 37th, Roy Viverki 38th, and Nathan David 39th, with Steve Richardson 40th. And then Paul in 41st, 42nd for Keith Stevens, Michael Blake 43rd, Lee Berridge 44th, Jamie Ayres 45th, 46th Robert Graham, 47th, Chris Rose. 48th, Matt Bunn. Thorstein Helgeson is Don Murray. Guessing about 50th. Cesare Rizzo in 51st. 52nd is. Third is Craig McLeod Evans. 54th. And as you mentioned, Scott Malcolm. 55th place.
A little bit of braking up there from Andrew Willis. Well, yeah, we're getting ready to go. Svidovic versus Fluke. Two teammates because Jamie Fluke filling in for Stelian Chepelevsky. And then there is Pete Harrod in third position. He's got a Team Mad livery on my screen, but might be driving for another team there. I think he might be even driving for the race sub team, Seagull race sub team. But here we go. Andrew, 4-lap race.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Get ready to rumble. Green flag flies, seconds out, round one. Good start by Jamie Fluke. Svidovic with a poor one, but it's a good start by Castrolido. He's going to try and thread the needle. The Frenchman at his home circuit. Trying to go through on the inside of Jamie Fluke. Remember, guys, the Kia is not that stable on the opening lap. Oh, that might be a slowdown for Fluke, Adam, because he was miles over that inside curve.
A bit of argy-bargy going in through the first corner. Lewis Bibby. Oh, Bibby gets turned into a Team Mad car. That's GT Omega Team Mad car. That's Miguel Freitas. He goes across the front of the entire field, but somehow no one hits him. And yeah, through the Dunlop S's and on our way towards Tetra Rouge. Jamie Fluke looks like he's escaped without a slowdown, but Alex Simpson also under pressure from Richard Gore as well as we go onto the Blundstand straight for the first time. Problem
there for pretty wide Adam Hadfield through the first sector as well.
Oh no.
What?
Slowdown for Colin Cunniff. That is going to be a very long slowdown.
That's probably going to put him at the back. And we've also got Nathan Davis, I think, with one as well. The Welshman has been in bother with the stewards, it appears. And he's coasting along at the side of the track. Worst feeling in motor racing is what these guys are feeling at the moment.
Into the Forza chicane then for the first time. I can tell you that Alex Simpson has already gained one position, car 205. Biggest mover in the opening sector was Sven Glatzel in 21st. He's gained 9 positions. Now on our way up the second part of the Mulsanne, other drivers have gained more positions. I should also mention that. But here we go, up the speed, 230 kilometres an hour, 240. Castrolado trying his best to latch onto the rear of Jamie Fluke. What a start that was by the Pro Sim driver as well. On the second row of the grid, up to second.
Wonderful start by Castrolado, and having driven the car last week, I know how difficult it is to get this thing off the line effectively, and Castrolado doing a fantastic job, just hooked up the revs, no wheel spin really, and he flew into second place. The battle between that is Daniel Kraft in P5, just right behind Pete Harrod, their CQR stablemates. You'd imagine, Adam, that Harrod won't give Kraft too much of a hard time, and there he goes through. He just blends out the throttle, I think, and lets Dan Kraft up into fourth place.
Kraft in 4th position in the championship, not too far behind the leaders, 500 points or so. But that has been a few issues for Dan Kraft recently. Yeah, there goes that point. But doing well here. Car 3, 3rd position in the championship last season. He's lost a little bit of touching distance to the 3 cars that are pulling away at the front as Castrolado goes for the lead.
Stuart McFadden just coming out of the pits. Did he miss the start, I wonder? He got disconnected before the start and just back in now.
Jamie Fluke almost on the grass as he goes through Indianapolis, doing his best to hold back teammate Wojciech Svidovic, who's having a little look up the inside into Arnage, and in the blinking of the eye, that has allowed all those cars to close back up, as up the inside of Pete Harrod goes car 7, that's George Simmons.
Simmons for Boosted Motorsport. Side by side then. And Harrod, he's got no defence into the Porsche curves, because that will be the preferred line on the inside. Simmons, although Harrod's car looked pretty quick in the straight line. Oh! Simmons using a bit of the grass on the way in. Harrod went round the outside, which isn't that easy to do there, but it was effective.
Porsche curves then, lap 1. Castrolado still doing his best to hold back Jamie Fluke, who was trying to set him up on the entry. But yeah, Pete Harrod into 5th position, Simmons back down to 6th, and Savinovic has lost a bit of touching ground now with Dan Kraft.
Luke having a look on Castrolado into the karting bend. Now into the Ford chicane. Then Raccord Mont. Castrolado absolutely smacking the curbs on the exit. You can do that, but you've got to be careful you don't run too wide because there is gravel awaiting. It can slow you up massively. They go through to complete the first lap now. 4 laps here at Le Mans, Circuit de la Sarthe. And this is the 24-hour layout, of course.
Looks like we might have had a crash on the circuit, Andrews. I think it happened quite a while ago. There's been a few cars in the pits for the last minute and a half.
Desiree Rizzo was in trouble.
Andreas Katz, Max Wright and Sven Glatzel. Possibly the guilty parties. No, not guilty parties, the cars involved. Oh, it happened at the second chicane. Oh, and a big one. It might take a while to scroll back here for our cameraman Sam Kumo. But just having a look. How did it start? Right, Julian Janowski gets hit by a somewhat... I think Sven Glatzel misses braking point, clatters into Julian Janowski, then something else goes unbelievably wrong.
What was it?
John Roberts. Oh, he misses his braking point as well, and absolutely catapults into Colin Cunniff.
Richard Gore on Smolensky. Up the inside into the Forza chicane. Passed by Gore up into 7th. Simmons very close to Harrod. Plus Harrod might be trying to protect Daniel Kraft slightly here. And here there's stones and gravel being kicked up from these cars when you're on board. And they run a bit wide or onto the hard shoulder, which is full of dirt and debris and what did you call it last week?
Detritus.
Detritus, yep.
Oh, and Pete Harrod misses the braking point quite a bit there, going into the Michelin chicane. That might allow...
detracted from his exit somewhat.
Very good. Here comes George Simmons then. Run to Mulsanne corner. Sven Glatzel, by the way, has just apologised for his involvement in that opening lap collision. But now here comes Simmons and Harrod over the top of the crest and down the hill into the Mulsanne corner. Who's going to come out on top?
Well, Castrolado is on top, that's for sure. Harrod just about stays in front of Simmons. Yeah, I much prefer Mulsanne corner to Arnage corner. I really don't like Arnage very much, but Mulsanne corner is quite a decent sort of... It's not even really a hairpin, is it? It's much more open than what people think.
Almost just over a 90-degree. It's almost, yeah, it is a 90-degree right-hander, isn't it? After the kink.
Almost, yeah.
So yeah, you can set a driver up really if you can force them into out-braking themselves, which did happen quite a bit during our 24-hour race.
I think it just feels like a hairpin because of what you've had to deal with before, with the, like you say, the 4 kilometres of straightaway section that we've got there.
Paul Smith battling with a driver that he commentated on, or should I say he's just got past him. It's Adam Hadfield, and now Paul Smith getting by Ross McFarlane. So Paul Smith started this second lap in 21st, and now up into about 14th, 15th or 16th place now.
Going really well is Smith. You see on the top of the car as well, they've got the graphics of course, winning the championship in last season, I believe, wasn't it?
Just getting that up on the chopper. Yes, they did. Yeah, race up with CQR, the team's champions on that occasion, and yeah, they'll be hoping. Well, of course, they're now the B team
Nice
due to CQR S-Line's addition to the championship.
Nice addition to the livery, though. I do like that. I don't think that's been there all season. I could be wrong, but certainly didn't notice when Paul Smith was flipping around in the air in Canada last week.
No, definitely didn't
notice that. But here comes Jamie Fluke is so close to Riccardo Castrolino here, but he doesn't seem to be able to ever get close enough down any of the long straights, really.
ProSim look like they've got a good straight line speed setup, I think, here today. We saw that on the opening lap with Castrolado storming to the front. Jamie Fluke looks like he's got similar pace, but the ProSim car definitely looking good in a straight line all by itself in this opening race. Fastest lap of the race by Savinovic, by the way.
I think you're right, although Richard Gore did drive past Smolensky quite easily on the straight, so I wonder if Castrolido's just got it all dialed in. He seems to be very, very fast, very quick in practice. Like he's continuing that. George Simmons still isn't dropping away from Pete Harrod. Probably in a very good position to have a go coming out of Tertre Rouge and on the way down to the Falls of Chicane.
Up the speed, see what Jamie Fluke can get in his Kia Optima here. We've just gone past 220, 230 kilometres an hour, 240, 250, possibly maybe get 260, maybe even 270 by the time we get to the first chicane. We've got to go past 270 now. We might even get to 280.
Wow,
and we do.
That's quick.
Oh, we're bouncing off the rev limiter now, I think. Fluke has reached terminal velocity in 280.
That's heading for just under 180 miles an hour. Lightning speed, that's quicker than a DTM car goes nearly.
Mistake by Castrolado.
Yeah, this could be a problem because now Fluke's got the run. And I think this is where the Northern Irishman will have to try and take it. Pulls out the slipstream. Here we go, he's got the inside for the next chicane, the Michelin chicane.
Being told that Wojciech Swidericz managed to hit 290 kilometres an hour.
That's quick, that's as fast as we were going in the 24-hour race. Oh, Swidericz maybe has a chance here as well. And that forces Castrolido to kind of half defend the inside and maybe just slot in behind Jamie Fluke just to avoid losing any more positions to the reigning champion.
New leader then, Jamie Fluke hits the front, starts the second on the grid. Mistake by Dan Kraft as well. Has that allowed Pete Harrod to close in at all?
He was just very wide on the exit of the second chicane. And I wonder, Adam, if he's picked up a slowdown for that.
I think Richard Gore.
He was in slowdown territory. Look at Swidericz.
Wojciech Swidericz going for the lead.
How much speed does he have? Look at this. He's going to get both of them here. Wojciech Swidericz. Oh.
He was the quickest in qualifying.
I think he could have done, you know.
Still got 1.5 laps to go. I think Richard Gore might have had a slowdown on this lap as well because Smolensky and Alex have both got by.
Yep, the two Alexes. In fact, there's another one behind them, Alex Everett.
There we go, in dangerous territory here with power of 3.
That's it.
Here comes Swidericz now for the lead. Two teammates. Of course, Fluke is a reserve. Oh, bump drafting almost between Swidericz and Fluke.
See, no, that doesn't end well on that very straight. Last week. Yeah, we'll see then if who's going to come out on top of this battle between Jamie Fluke, Wojciech Swidericz, and slow car, and it's Harrod.
Yeah, Harrod passed by Simmons, it looks like, or maybe he was just getting out of the way.
It was passed by Kraft, and now Simmons, and Kraft's made a mistake, and almost a quarter panel there, and here comes Smolensky. Smolensky definitely getting involved in this.
Here comes Simpson as well.
Which way are these guys going to go? Well, Simmons has been in this position before. He tried to take Pete Harrod into the Porsche curves. Harrod ran it round the outside. This time looks more beneficial for Simmons. The outside is dirtier now. That means Harrod can't quite get the purchase that he liked from that racer with CQR car. Simmons nearly into the wall. Walensky getting past Kraft. We saw though, Adam, as well, that Alex Simpson very good through the Porsche curves in the Ferrari. I know this is a bit different, but same principle applies. It's the same corners.
But he wouldn't try and mess up anyone's race, but I think it's going to be hard to if they continue going this slowly whilst battling. Dan Kraft and Simmons into the Ford chicane.
Because he will not want Alex Everett and Stephen Baxter and Jack McIntyre to really get close to him.
Right then, last lap.
But there's no danger of that. Actually, they've lost quite a bit of time on this, like the two Fanatec cars.
This is all over fourth position, the fight for best of the rest in this field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car train here as Simmons now tries again to get past Pete Harrod through the Dunlop curve.
Look at the Kia snaking around under braking. Back end does really like sometimes. I liken the Kia to a motorcycle, Adam, under braking, and it does seem to drift around a little bit. It's nice to drive when it's like that. Daniel Kraft trying to fight back now on Alex Smolensky.
I don't know what happened at the front, but Jamie Fluke now has a 1.5 second advantage over Wojciech Swidericz. Maybe maybe the Apex teammate that did pick up a slowdown through that final corner. You can see that's Castroledo. Ricardo Castroledo slow at the side of the circuit on the exit of Tetra Rouge. Maybe a slowdown, but the Pro Sim driver has definitely ruled himself out of any race victory here today.
Been in the wall, I think. So
No, he pulled off to the side of the road. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he picked up a
is it
slowdown.
a hardware failure or something? Or
Maybe he had a black screen.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and for his own safety and for everyone else.
And left.
Made sure he got off the circuit and didn't get in anyone's way, but
What's
that
that
is a
cost
shame.
him? That's cost him a fair bit, hasn't it? That's got him
Got
down
him to 9th, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Jamie
just ahead of
Fluke's
that,
not been in the car
Everett.
for a long time, Adam, and fantastic performance really if he carries on to win this race on the final lap.
Oh yeah, Jamie Fluke more worried about affairs in the iRacing World Championship Series, or is it the Blanc Pan? I know he's a pro driver.
No, the iRacing World Championship Series is right.
Well, for fourth as well, it continues. Simmons versus Harrod versus Kraft versus Smolensky versus Alex Simpson.
Here comes
Kraft.
Simpson on Smolensky as well. As I look up the inside, Smolensky goes a little wide.
Oh, welcome to the BSRTC, Alex.
A bit of contact there, Adam. Not sure. Here
Now
comes
Richard
Gore as well. Oh, bash!
Well, you're
Just
not
made a
sure.
little bit of contact down the straight.
You're not sure, but here comes Richard Gore. He's
Hope
opened
it's
the
not a
door.
go- Let's hope it's not a gory ending for these guys. Oh, look at this up the front as well. Simmons finally, can he get it done on Harrod? He breaks very late in Mulsanne corner and a fantastic overtaking move all the way around the outside.
It's Smolensky. What happened there? It was Alex Simpson.
What has happened here? And he's quarter panelled the man on his first race.
Well, the excuses, I don't know.
Well. Not. Oh dear.
Well,
I have to chuckle a little bit.
Fluke
I
as
feel
well.
bad for Smolensky there, but yeah, I didn't really see what happened properly. I just saw him get quarter panelled. As
Davidovic
Simmons
takes
and
the
Harrod
lead.
still, he's in the lead. What?
Yeah, he's taken the lead in a move into Indianapolis by Savidovic. Yeah, Simmons versus Harrod too.
Very, very quick for Savidovic to gain that 1 second that he was behind Jamie Fluke. Now it's going to be very, very close between Simmons, Harrod and Kraft. Now Simmons is the hunted. See whether he can stay out of range of these two marauding CQR cars. But again, what Simmons is going to do is he's going to defend the inside line because Harrod likes that outside line into the Porsche curves. Adam, he's proved it. Proved it twice. He'd have probably wanted him to cover the inside there.
Harrod's sliding around there on his
Simmons
exit.
absolutely chucked it into that first part of the Porsche curves. He said, if you're going to try that outside line, I'm going to block that off. And there's
Gaining any positions as these two taking each other out.
he knew about it.
And Kraft trying to get some involvement in this. Meanwhile, here come Fluke and Savidovic into the Ford chicane. It's not over between these two.
Is Fluke going to have a look into this quite fast left-right flick?
Maybe knows that Savidovic, of course, is a full-time driver. Fluke is just getting the points for the team. It's going to be a 1-2.
They are teammates, and teamwork makes the dream work for Wojciech Savidovic. And Jamie Fluke in second. Castroledo, well, he was in third at the start of the lap. He's dropped down, but it's
Simmons that gets the podium.
Simmons just managing to take third. Harrod in fourth, fifth for Gore. Fifth for Kraft. Sixth for Gore. Alex Simpson in seventh. Good race for him, but again, I wonder if the stewards are going to have anything to say about that incident with Smolensky. I didn't see it though, really, Adam.
McIntyre's out of fuel.
What?
No, Jack McIntyre, he was inside the top 15, and you can see he's wiggling the car from side to desperately try and find something in there, but it's going to be futile, and Jack McIntyre will get classified as 1 lap down. That's just before the Ford chicane. That's just before the Ford chicane, yeah.
Oh, Jack.
Unbelievable, yeah, but we saw that replay between the contact between Alex and Alex, but it was in fact they're both AS as well. It was
Alex squared.
It was Simpson that came out on top there, but can celebrity drivers get protested? I wonder if.
Yeah, of course they can.
Well, yeah, after remember Montreal 2016, Andrew. I think I did my fair share of shenanigans at. I
think I was a reserve driver on that occasion, though.
At what did I do at Imola? Yeah, I got disqualified. I think 3 out of the 4 times. Yeah, that was the famous Alex Simpson quarter panel. As
well, I suppose. Yeah.
We do call it that, yeah. Rusty Lader, is he had a problem as well? He hasn't crossed the line yet, and he's being shown as not running on my timing screen. Just trying to find him. See, I think he might have got disqualified on the last lap, possibly.
The race. I'm not really sure how or why, but did not finish. Cesare Rizzo's going to gain a few places out of this. Actually, he's going to come across, take 42nd. Laura Bond is out. Stuart McFadden's still running. He's still on the way towards Indianapolis, Adam. So.
Oh yeah, Rusty Lader did get disqualified by a bit of an over-ambitious move by Adam Hadfield, who was on the hard shoulder trying to get a move done on the entry into the Porsche curves. Laidler
on the hard
turned
shoulder?
In. On the inside, yeah. Laidler turned in. To be fair to Hadfield, Laidler's car was snaking around. It seriously broken something. And yeah, Laidler turns in. That's a 2x, I think, and no, contact. It will probably be contact, yeah, and that is the disqualification of Laidler.
McFadden, I think he got disconnected before the start of the race, and he's picked up some damage anyway, so I think he's got a bit of suspension issues out there, and going to come through. His lap times have been quite slow, so yeah, he's going to. Oh yeah, he's crabbing actually, isn't he, slightly, I think.
While we wait for McFadden to get to the line, we're running through the finishing order then from the opening race of the day. Fortunate which takes the win. Second for Jamie Fluke, 1-2 for the Apex team. George Simmons, a very happy podium for him. I'm sure the Booster team are going to be delighted with that. Pete Howard in 4th, 5th for Dan Kraft, 6th for Richard Gorse, 7th behind him his teammate, well, Apex teammate, but a celebrity driver for this race meeting, Alex Simpson. Ricardo Castroledo in 8th, which after it could have been a podium or maybe even a win. Before that moment on the exit of Tetra Rouge, Alex Everett 9th and Stephen Baxter 10th, 2 teammates I think there. Alex Smolensky, the quarter panel from Alex Simpson wasn't too bad in the end, he finished 11th. 12th for Ben Hackerson, 13th Josh Thompson, 14th for Dave Baker with Paul Smith in 15th after starting in 36th position. Paul Smith was the highest of the cars that didn't set a time in qualifying. 16th for Tristan Bodice, 17th Ross McFarlane as McFadden comes across the line, 18th Maciek Sakovic, 19th Pete Newman, and 20th for Stuart Atkinson, 21st Nicole Foggy, 22nd Nathan Davis, 23rd Matt Bunn after starting in 48th position. That's a good job there from the Matt Bunn. 24th Lewis Bibby, 25th Dan Hunt, 26th Christian Rose after starting in 47th, so a good clean race there for the Formula Renault driver. Adam Hadfield started 27th, finished 27th. Bob Graham 46th on the grid, finished in 28th. Jamie Ayres 29th, those two working their way through the field together. Ayres started in 45th. 53rd to 30th for Craig Evans, 31st for Kip Stevens, 32nd Simon Roden, 33rd Miguel Freitas. He had that moment at the Dunlop chicane on the opening lap and had to recover from there. 34th Scott Malcolm, he started in stone dead last, so a good drive there. Michael Blake 35th, 36th John Roberts, 37th Thorstein Helgerson, 38th Colin Cunniff. That eternal slowdown meant he will finish race 1 of the BSRTC in 38th eternally. 39th Matthew Keever, 40th Steve Richardson, that's bad, 41st Roy Verke, 42nd Rizzo, 43rd Rob Plumley on his return, 44th Stuart McFadden, we saw him cross the line there. Then Jack McIntyre, 1 lap down, running out of fuel. Rusty Laidler got disqualified, 46th. Lee Berridge had a crash. Laura Bond a lap down. Jake Blackhall also in the pits. And then, if we have a reverse grid, he will be on the pole. Then Lorne Murray, 3 laps down, along with Andreas Sven Glatzel, Max Wright, and Julian Janowski, all issues for them. And Michael Hall didn't take the start.
Did we see what happened with Katz?
Yeah, it was that big crash that I was talking about in the opening lap.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was a big one at the Michelin chicane. I don't know if we saw it on the stream or not, but yeah, big crash there at the second chicane.
Right, so have a look then. Simpson, hello.
Hello. Our cameraman Sam Kumo said that was the famous Alex Simpson quarter panel there.
Well, I come in to try and get some luck with the wheel, so, you know.
Well, I mean, there isn't an Alex Simpson button unless you put
even though you
one
press
on
it, but yeah.
Between last week and this week. You didn't put an Andrew Woodhouse button on last week, though, so I was, I felt a bit let down. To be honest. But yeah, we're going to spin the wheel. For those who are new to the series, we spin a Wheel of Fortune, got position numbers on it, and it is just as simple as whoever gets that number is on pole position. So, Mr. Kumo, if you can, spin the wheel. and he can give us the pole sitter full race too.
Steve Richardson is going to get onto pole position with Matthew Keever second, Colin Cuniff in third. Some possible redemption after that massive slowdown penalty on that one of the race. Fourth for Thorstein Helgeson. John Roberts will be starting in fifth position.
How was that out there, Alex, then? Was it okay? Or?
Yeah, that was good. It's a lot of fun. I want to say sorry to Alex first. I mean, I've looked at it back. I don't know. Racing incident. I'm trying to go around the outside. He's trying to go out keep the position at the inside. It's just one of those awkward things we just touched in that worst of worst places. And yeah, he comes straight across. I obviously got on the brakes, but too late. Really, I'm afraid he was already going around. So apologies to Alex for that. Regardless,
you are a connoisseur of the quarter panel, though.
Of the blame, but yeah, in my first race, I managed to quarter panel someone. So.
But now you know how easy it is.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, we barely touched.
Hard.
I mean, it was nothing. So it's crazy. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was probably running a bit too much downforce in that race because I just wanted to try and be safe. But yeah, it really it was difficult to get moves done. I was definitely the slowest on the straight. So I'm gonna have to wind the wing off, I think, for the next one and see what we can do.
You'll be all right. Get it done, and yeah, you'll be starting in what I believe should be about 33rd place. So, hey, good luck with that. Rather you than me on that one, I think.
Yeah.
Round here, anyway. Yeah, God. All right then. So, thanks for watching the first race, everybody. We've got 3 races still to come from the Circuit de la Sarthe, and join us back here for them very shortly as the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship rolls on.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back to Le Mans here on Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live for the BSR. The iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. Sorry, I got Formula Renault on the brain from the other night. Andrew Woodhouse here, making a boob of things alongside Adam Bath, who isn't, thankfully. And Adam, first race was it was fairly good, wasn't it? And it's all going to kick off now, as it has done down the straight.
Just there, yeah. Hopefully we don't see
40
that.
cars reversed.
That was the first attempt, so yeah, a 3 wide. Yeah, 40 cars reversed out of the 55 cars that started, so a pretty big reverse grid. And we'll run you through some of them now. It was a good first race as well, by the way. Hopefully you see the same here. Steve Richardson on the pole, second Matthew Keeber, third Colin Cunniff, fourth is Thorstein Helgeson, fifth John Roberts, sixth Michael Blake, seventh is Scott Malcolm, eighth Miguel Freitas, ninth Simon Roden, and 10th Kip Stevens. 11th is Craig Evans, 12th Jamie Ayres, 13th Rob Graham, 14th Adam Hadfield, 15th is Christian Rose, 16th Dan Hunt, 17th Lewis Bibby, 18th Matt Bunn, 19th Nathan Davis, and 20th is Nicole Foggy. Paul Smith will be starting in 26th, Alex Simpson will be starting in 34th, Wojciech Swiderowicz will be starting in 40th, our race 1 winner, and some big names towards the back, the likes of Andreas Katz, Sven Glatzel. They'll be also be starting towards the rear, and Michael Hall will be starting at the back in 55th.
Right then.
Still waiting for it. Looks like Richardson and Keeber haven't taken their spots on the grid, so it looks like Colin Cunniff might be the pole sitter.
There's a whole row further back.
Yep, here we go.
He's about to be the man who's going to lead us away from the grid. Here we go then. There's the building. Round 45 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship is underway as the green flag flies here at the circuit to the south. Very good start by Cunniff, with boosted car just behind him of John Roberts. Then it's Malcolm.
Oh, he's out of nowhere. Miguel, that was Simon Rosen flying at the inside as we would go through the Dunlop chicane. Any slowdowns for anyone? No, it doesn't look like it. But
here, so at the moment, Adam.
Jamie Ayres wheel to wheel with car 15 Kip Stevens. He's very sideways going through the S's, and on our way towards Tetra Rouge. Craig Evans in the mix there with Jamie Ayres as well. A very good start by Colin Cunniff, already 8 tenths of a second lead as Graham and Roden go into battle, 2 Automex drivers.
Look at that then. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
In gear car, that is Jamie Ayres, is it 41?
41 is Jamie Ayres, yeah.
Oh, he's getting squeezed.
Oh no, it's not Ayres, is it? Bibby. Thankfully, 149. Look at this pack.
Bibby's going all over the place. They're not going onto the hard shoulder yet. They definitely know how little grip there is, and you can see the stones. We were saying it looks like something out of Colin McRae Rally as we go into the Forza chicane.
Still time, and that's just my PS2 quality graphics that I've got here. So we go.
A name drop 2 racing games in a single sentence. There's a slowdown possibly. Yeah, it is, and that is going to be a killer for 41.
Jamie Ayres. Jamie Ayres. Oh, might be just going to the back of the field. We saw what happened to Colin Cunniff. He finished 38th in race 1 after suffering a slowdown early on. Who's that at the inside? That looks like Miguel Freitas. Through on number 27, that is Scott Malcolm. Miguel Freitas is one of the leading drivers in the Club 73.
Oh, no.
Slowdown for
Colin
Cunniff again. Has he served it though, Adam? I think he has.
There's such a big gap. Yeah, it looks like he might have just been able to do it. It's going to be a massive speed disadvantage, and he might be in for a bit of a mugging here. But we are getting to the end of the Mulsanne.
We are. He's under pressure from number 31. That's Robert Graham. Then there's a couple of his NLR teammates behind him. That is Nickel Foggy and I believe Ross McFarlane.
Oh, where's he going?
Oh, he's going off. Is where he's going. Through the gravel. We mentioned Colin McRae earlier on. That's a car with a Scottish flag on it going through gravel.
Alex Simpson is out. So him and Paul Smith, 2 Apex commentators.
What do you believe?
Both in the pits.
Did they crash into each other, Adam?
I will go and track it down for you.
It's destroyed.
Alex Simpson started in 26th position. The Apex Racing driver. Gonna find what happened to him.
Miguel Freitas now takes the lead, Adam. Oh, car in the wall. It's foggy.
Well, Alex Simpson has had the full BSRTC experience. You can give him that. I've just seen what happened to him.
And Castellido out.
Oh, Ricardo Castellido. So it's all happening. The cars at the front in race 1. They're getting eliminated one by one here as we go onto the Porsche curves.
Sorry, what happened, mate? Sorry.
I can tell you that there was a crash in the Dunlop chicane. A few drivers, including Alex, went to the gravel to avoid it, but Alex Simpson found Paul Smith parked in the middle of the road, and he had his a typical Kia Air session.
Ah, Paul did.
Oh no, Alex did.
Alex did.
Alex got sent a few feet into the air.
Oh, there we go. That's what happened to Paul Smith at Montreal, and it's happened here to Alex Simpson. Now, number 99, Miguel Freitas. Definitely been warm enough in this country that we need a 99 flake. And also, I think it's been 99 degrees in some parts of the UK this week. So I know some of you guys out there will be thinking, oh God, that's nothing. But over here, that's bakingly hot. And Freitas setting a hot pace at the front. John Roberts is trying to go with him, but I believe he's lost the slipstream now, Adam, because... well, he's gone over a second behind.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Bibby then Miguel Freitas, starting the second lap of the race. Top 10 looks like this. Freitas leading Roberts. Then it's Malcolm in third, Bibby fourth. Colin Cunniff still in fifth despite that slowdown as Scott Malcolm goes very slidey there through the chicane on their way to Tetra Rouge. Then it is Newman seventh, Dave Baker up 19 positions to eighth. And Simon Roden in ninth, and Adam Hadfield rounding up the top 10 as here comes Roberts for the lead. In fact, has Freitas got a slowdown? He has!
Yeah, he must have done.
On the exit of Tetra Rouge.
John Roberts, who's a specialist at the Nordschleife, looking very, very good here at Le Mans at the moment. But Lewis Bibby's definitely one to watch out for, Adam. He's very quick driver in the Kia Optima. We've seen that a lot, and this is his first full-time drive in this championship with SimGear.
Had a bit of contact there, but I think it might have just been Freitas going down the straight. A bit of smoke as well as we go through the Forza chicane. Problem for Scott Malcolm? Maybe that was why I heard it. It might have been a blown engine.
The engine, was it? I thought I saw smoke. I assumed he just locked the wheels.
I was trying to find Scott Malcolm on my monitor.
You know what? I think you're right, mate. Yeah, oh God, he blew the motor.
Down the gears he goes.
Blew the motor from second place, Adam. I believe that would be his highest ever finish.
The Automech team would love a result like that, but they're not going to get it here when Scott Malcolm joins the growing amount of cars in the pit lane.
I think they ought to make some repairs to that car. Time for race 3. There's a pack here involving George Simmons with Alex. That's not Alex Everett actually. That's 52. That's Adam Hadfield. Alex Everett's 51. Then you've got Ross McFarlane, Pete Harrod, and 51 Alex Everett. So very, very tightly packed here. When you can see, look at the jostling in the background as well. Is that Michael Hall and a pack involving Jack McIntyre, Daniel Kraft, Andreas Katz, Plumley, and Jamie Fluke.
Very close there as they go through the right-hander at Mulsanne corner. Just behind Jamie Fluke is Christian Rose, man who I was having a battle with in the Formula Renault on Tuesday night.
Bathurst, yeah, I think there's a slowdown for Jamie Ayres again, is there? Oh, maybe not.
Again, here comes Michael Hall, Jack McIntyre and Dan Kraft. Kraft's going to the inside. You can see straight away that Michael Hall defends it. Here comes the Sim Gear car though, blasting away on the outside. What's going to happen here into Indianapolis?
Good question. Anything.
Find out.
Anything and everything could happen. And because it is side by side between Harrod and Hadfield. But here comes Alex Everett, Adam.
Alex Everett.
Head of steam as well on his teammate.
The Fanatec cars. Quite a few cars in front of them as well, actually, that are going wheel to wheel. There you can see Ross McFarlane and Simon Roden, two Scottish teams.
Yeah, and that's a good move by McFarlane. Simmons got a slowdown, has he? No, I think he's okay. Just a bit slow through that section.
Well, it's definitely bunching up with Pete Newman and Miguel Freitas.
I was going to say that. They're almost touching each other. And Freitas, very, very close to the man who's finished 12th in both of the last 2 seasons in the BSRTC, Pete Newman.
I was running very wide on the
slow down for Newman.
Not surprised. He did have all 4 wheels over the exit, the karting bend.
Yep.
And he hasn't set a valid. He hasn't set a valid lap time either. So yeah, he's really going to get slaughtered here.
Yeah, we know how bad these slowdowns are, and going to be even worse for Pete Newman.
And then 2 laps to go. Half the race gone. John Roberts leads by 3 seconds. He's broken the slipstream to Lewis Bibby, and the king of the ring could be the mayor of the Mulsanne Straits. That's bad.
Well, Bibby, he'll be Le Maire.
Yeah.
Not the mother of anything really, I wouldn't imagine, but it'll be the mother of all wins if he does take this one. Lewis Bibby is closing in at about 1.5 seconds a lap, however, Adam. But it could get tasty at the end.
Definitely,
because
yeah.
he's now dropped off Colin Cunniff, and that was really what John Roberts would have been hoping, is that Cunniff could have battled with Bibby and really then let Roberts go completely free. I can't see Bibby pulling in those 3 seconds, but you never know. Dave Baker in 4th position as well.
6 seconds behind.
Don't count Dave Baker out.
Once they get that slipstream, they could be in with a shout here. Just looks at the best mover in our field. Sven Glatzel's just got past Adam Hadfield to get into 11th. That is a gain of 41 positions. We might not have Ash Sutton for this race meeting, but Sven Glatzel definitely delivering in terms of gaining positions here.
Very good is Glatzel. And I didn't realise how good he was, I don't think, until he joined Fanatec. There was also bits of argy-bargy going on behind them as well. I believe that is Rusty Laidler involved in something with Stephen Baxter and Simon Roden. I think they nearly made contact on the straight. Simon Roden looking very quick in the Automech car. Laidler doesn't really have a lot of straight line speed, it doesn't appear. He's going to try and go through anyway. Quarter panel smash. Roden.
Oh dear. Oh, and that's Smolensky.
And
that's
Newman.
That's Newman.
And flying through the air, breakdancing is McIntyre. Out of fuel in the first race, out of control in this one. That McIntyre, his look gets worse and worse.
Rob Graham also getting going. He had a part in that as well. The AM driver, he doesn't look like he's got too much damage. The front's just lost a bit of the paintwork, but what was going on there into the second chicane?
Not sure really. So, Wojciech Savinovic now being hunted by a pack of 3 Fanatec cars. Alex Everett, Adam Hadfield and Sven Glatzel.
Oh, bump drafting. The teammates are bump drafting.
Here where we see now it goes badly wrong on that very section of track. And yeah, it did go badly wrong there indeed.
Now into the Indianapolis section of corners, this right-hander and then the left-hander. Colin Cunniff through into second position. I don't know what's happened to Lewis Bibby. Was closing down our race leader, but for now it is, well, the wheels to win. In fact, it's the Northern Lights racing car that's up into second.
A quick word with Alex Simpson. Alex, welcome back to the commentary box, mate. Did you enjoy your trip into orbit there?
Let me unmute myself. Yeah, that was an experience. My first full-on taste of an overclass condition there. So
What's
funny
happened?
on the sort of practice lap, it wasn't quite as bad as that. And yeah, I wasn't trying to
Bibby!
do anything, but just car went, and I don't know who it was who was sitting
Sorry,
on the
Alex,
apex.
I've got to
when I got
interrupt
there.
you. Got to interrupt you for a second. Bibby and Cunniff are banging wheels through the Porsche curves, and unbelievable battle for second place.
I was saying you had the full BSRTC, Alex. You even went for a little flying lesson with after you hit Paul Smith.
Still there, Alex?
Sorry
he's
guys, I've
gone.
got the stream on in the background, and I
Okay.
can't. I'm not sure when you want me to come in, so.
Talk to you at the end.
Adam was saying you even went for a flying lesson.
Well, yeah, that's what I posted up with the jets as it was. You know, become a jet fighter for the first time.
There you go, up with the French Air Force.
That's
Awesome.
one of the many benefits of racing in the BSRTC, I guess.
And what this has done, by the way, Adam, the battle that we saw, just to digress for a second, is that John Roberts has now got back up to a 4-second lead, and I think pretty much that's done and dusted for them behind.
Definitely looks like it, yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to close that down inside the final 13 or so kilometres as we go onto the Mulsanne again. The only thing that will stop John Roberts winning this race is himself, or the Kia Optima that he's driving. We did see a blown engine earlier for Scott Malcolm,
Yeah,
and it looks
surprised.
like Bibby looks like he might just be starting to stretch his legs again over Colin Cunniff here. And don't run out David Baker, he's only a second and a bit behind these two now.
Yeah, 6 seconds off the lead, David Baker, and he's 5 seconds ahead of Miguel Freitas, so he's got no trouble from behind. He can just work on reeling in Colin Cunniff and Lewis Bibby. Oh, is that? Oh, dear me, I saw smoke, and I thought for a second Roberts had blown the engine. It was just a whack on the curb, but that's given away, I think, nearly 2 seconds of his lead, Adam.
Down to 1.8, yes, and the gap was 3.5 when we all went to the Mulsanne, so basically over half of it's gone, and I think if you get within half a second at this track, that slipstream will be starting to get picked up by Lewis Bibby.
I think if you get within 1 second, or more maybe even in this car, I think you can definitely pick up a tow. That was the case last week at Montreal.
Cunniff nearly missed the corner. Well, that's going to be David Baker that's going to come along.
Baker's going to have a great chance here of picking up a podium finish. Picks up the slipstream. And what can he do then? Into Mulsanne corner. We have to turn right with a very, very fast kink. Might even be a flat-out kink here in the Kia Optima. And then hard on the brakes into this sort of acute right-hander. Baker is through and up into third. Maybe still closing in on Roberts.
Gap down to 1.4.
Alex, what's it like in the middle of that pack out there on this track?
Couldn't tell you, I haven't been in there yet.
Was that just... Did you not go very far?
I made it to turn 2.
Yeah, the Dunlop chicane.
Oh, the Dunlop chicane. Oh dear, right. Fair enough.
Hopefully next race.
And the worst question of the night award goes to... Dear.
Less than half a lap to go then. Bibby was very sideways there. He's trying his best to get within sight of John Roberts. However, I think the gap might just be over a second by the time we get to the Porsche curves. Colin Cunniff isn't giving up either on Baker, by the way.
Oh, Roberts is very
Roberts.
wide. I think
That's
Bibby's going to get... Bibby's going to get to him. But it's very difficult to pass in the Porsche curves. Or even into the Ford chicane, or even Raccord Ment at the end, so... See what Bibby's got up his sleeve. John Roberts, when was his last win in the category? Adam, I can't remember if he has got one or not.
We know that you won the King of the Ring.
He's great round the Nordschleife. And he had Le Mans to that list. Historic tracks that he's tasted victory at. John Roberts only got a few corners to go. The pressure must be ramping up inside that car. Don't get a slowdown. That was very close. I really hope that's not a slowdown for Roberts. I think he's okay. Just the Ford chicane to go. And Raccord Ment. Be easy on the brakes, John. Oh, Bibby's got a great exit. Look at this. Look at
Slow
this.
down. Slow
Roberts
down.
is out of fuel, or it's a slow down.
Slow down. I think it's
Lewis
across.
Bibby wins.
Oh, dear me.
Unbelievable.
Wheel to wheel there. Who got that? Simmons versus Freitas. It was Simmons by 200ths.
And look at this between Atkinson and Hall. Atkinson attacking into the last chicane. Oh, unbelievable. It is third for John Roberts. Baker up into second. But how that's heartbreaking. Look at this between Hunt. Sorry, that's Hackerson, Berridge, Helgeson, and Laura Bond. Oh, Berridge up the inside. Oh, dear me. Berridge trying to get through on Daniel Hunt at the very end.
Anyone else on a lap?
You still going out there, yeah. Oh, look at Jamie Hayes' car.
Jamie is very damaged after that. We saw him disappear when he got that big slowdown.
I think he's going to be last man across the line, actually. Roy Ververke. Steve Richardson driving for Sim Gear. Started on pole, did Steve? Well, was supposed to start on pole, Steve Richardson, but I think he took to a pit lane start, Adam, and that's why he comes home in 40th. 41st.
Here he comes. The final
So heartbreak for John Roberts.
Such a shame, wasn't it? He had a 3.5 second
Gutted
lead
for
at
him.
the start of the last lap.
Gutted for him. The pressure was telling, and wow, that reminds me, Alex, just to bring you in again briefly, mate. That reminds me of that Rickmatech race that we saw at the back end of last season.
I'm trying to remember which one now, sorry.
Ah. And the second worst question of the night goes to...
I'm rubbish, I'm not focused
It was a great
at all.
finish, wasn't it, Alex? And it was heartbreaking for John Roberts, wasn't it, Alex?
Well, yes, that was heartbreaking for John Roberts there. So
Oh.
I did that. Just that corner where he got the off track, that's a killer. That is, the car just pushes wide there. So when I saw him out that wide, I thought, oh, that's got to be a slowdown. And I think he was just trying to serve it, wasn't he? Been between the chicane or through the chicanes so that Bibby couldn't get by, but unfortunately, he just couldn't get it served into.
Oh, you think he got it in the? You think he got it coming out of karting bend?
Oh, I do. Yeah, and he was just trying not to serve it.
Well, we said there was fine margins, Adam, but and that was one of the finest margins. About 3 or 4 inches really was all it was between Roberts having a legal corner, so to speak. But you cannot put into words after having such a good lead of how that must be absolutely crushing.
So heartbreaking. We were struggling ourselves in the Ferrari to not get slowdowns through that karting bend, and we were in a rear-wheel drive GTE car, but the front-wheel drive Kia is understeering through that final part of the Porsche curves. It is very difficult to not go onto those massive yellow strips on the outside, which give you a slowdown. And unfortunately, that happened to John Roberts. Fortunately for him, he was able to serve the slowdown penalty in the end and only lose 2 positions. But what a win that would have been for the boosted team. And they'll be hoping that they can try and get something similar with either him or George Simmons in the remaining 2 races.
Absolutely gutting for them, but you know what, it's a very, very good performance, and that's what John Roberts needs to take out of it. Is he had the pace, and he'd definitely be up there again if the reverse grid falls his way for race 4. And speaking of which, we've got Sam Kumo here, and he's going to do the reverse grid for us. And spin the wheel, mate, and we'll see what we get. Alex unfortunately won't be eligible for that, so he'll be starting a long way back. Make sure you take some extra fuel is the advice for that one. I think he's starting that far back.
Starting in the forward chicane, probably.
I think that's if he's lucky. 26th
26.
place.
That is the smallest we can do. It's Richard Gore. Yeah, it is.
The Richard Gore button has been activated.
And it has been executed to good effect. Richard Gore on the pole, Max Wright second, Kip Stevens in third, Craig Evans fourth, Maciek Sakovic in 5th position. I tell you what, the likes of Savidovic think aren't going to be at all happy with that one. Oh, no, they will actually, because I didn't scroll up the timing screen to see that they did finish inside the top 10. So yeah, not too many cars for those quick guys to overtake on their path to the front.
Oh, and you're on about execution. Well, the guillotine fell on John Roberts' challenge there, but he'll be hoping to make amends for that in race 3. Still a great podium for Boosted Motorsport as well. Dave Baker as well, I've got to say, 2nd place, showing his quality yet again. And Sven Glatzel up 43 positions. Unbelievable. Right then, we've got 2 races to come still tonight here on Apex Racing TV, so don't you go anywhere as we bring them both to you live after the break here on Apex Racing TV.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Nick Candy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience.
Welcome back to Le Mans, and the clouds have descended here for the drivers in the BSR Touring Car Championship. Andrew Woodhouse here with Adam Bath, Sam Kumar as well, and yeah, Adam, this is going to make the first lap quite tricky, isn't it, for these drivers?
I think, yeah, well, Alex Simpson is getting it all, isn't he? He had a flying lesson in race 2, a course planning in race 1, now he's got the overcast conditions to fare with in race 3, so they keep on coming, and as well as him, all the other drivers have got to bear that into their consideration as well. We're running through some of the grid. Richard Gore is on the pole, 2nd Max Wright, 3rd Kip Stevens, 4th for Craig Evans, 5th Magic Sakovic, 6th Rob Plumley, 7th Tristan Bodice, 8th Stuart Atkinson, 9th Michael Hall and 10th Andreas Katz, 11th Dan Kraft, 12th Jamie Fluke, 13th for Alex Walensky, 14th Adam Hadfield, 15th for Rusty Laidler, 16th for Alex Everett, 17th for Ross McFarlane, 18th for Sven Glatzel, 19th Pete Howard, In 20th is Wojciech Savidovic, starting towards the rear then. Paul Smith and Alex Simpson, 53rd and 54th. Ricardo Castronedo in 55th. So we've got two pro drivers in 53rd and 55th position. So watch out for those guys. Here comes the start.
It does. Richard Gore. The Richard Gore button has been pressed. Now he needs to look but never stare. Green light is on. Ball gets away well. But a good one. And then Max Wright, also a pretty decent one. And a very good one for Maciej Sakovic up from 5th position. He might be able to take 3rd into the Dunlop chicane. Oh, sideways, it's Bonnys! Oh no! Right down the middle.
That'll be a slowdown for a few people, I think. That'll be definitely a slowdown for the Automat car. Oh no, there's a car in the air!
Who is it?
I don't know, I just saw a car take off. Who was it? Who landed?
Thought for a second Bonnys was going to take out the 7-10 split there, but he missed it.
Introducing Matt Bunn, that's who it was. Matt Bunn gets hit by Laura Bond going through the opening part of the Dunlop chicane. Then who does he get launched by? Oh, he gets launched by car 44, that's Michael Blake.
Yeah, Bond's got severe damage as well then. It's a hurtle down the Mulsanne straight for the first time. Look at the lead that Richard Gore has. Just after the first sector.
3-second lead, yeah. Here come all the slipstreamers then down the straight. Dan Kraft in second. Dan Kraft's not in second, it's Sakovic in second. Kraft in third, and under pressure from Andreas Katz as we get on the brakes for the Forza chicane.
People on the hard shoulder, Adam, as well. Going into the Forza chicane, there's a Northern Lights racing car out of control on the hard shoulder. And I think somebody's got a cone stuck under the car. Not sure who that was. The problem for Evans, there's also a problem for Michael Hall. I think he got a cone stuck, possibly. Slowdowns are plenty. You can almost see, Adam, it's like a real motorway where there's almost a slow lane of drivers.
They just need the hazards active and then they've got it all sorted, haven't they, as we go into the second chicane. Oh, it's Atkinson. Atkinson around from 6th position.
What happened to Stewart then? First in motorsport. Oh my goodness, it's a flying. Somebody absolutely steaming in. Who's that? Number 51, Alex Everett. Is that a failure of some kind for Everett?
For the
that was a very... Did you see what happened?
No, I didn't. I'll go back and have a look. But
it was a very, very unusual incident.
Alex Everett. How did he start on the grid? Started in 16th position on the grid, still going. But, car off at Mulsanne, that's car 22, Roberts. That's John Roberts. He just gets passed by Alex Everett and also his teammate Ben Hackerson in the camouflage boosted livery. And there's a white car off at the hard shoulder, I don't know who that is. But Dan Kraft is getting past Sakovic as we go towards the Indianapolis corner.
Yeah, Dan Kraft started 11th, he's already up to 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen. So, fantastic start by Daniel Kraft.
You can see the apex car in his sights of Richard Gore as they go to Arnage.
Who's that behind as well? Jamie Fluke's made a good start too. On P12, he's now in 4th position. 4th position now, and up behind Maciej Sakovic. The Magic Sandwich is in a sandwich of very, very talented drivers at the minute.
Tasting pretty nice if he gets it. If he gets a podium, or maybe even better at the end.
He's a Club Series champion, Adam. So got the skills out there, but he's also got quite severe front right damage, and you can see that on your screen now. You can see the wheel is slightly exposed. In fact, both wheels are slightly exposed.
Right, here comes Jamie Fluke, then the runner-up from race 1 of the day. As we go through the karting corner, this is what gave John Roberts that cruel slowdown. Most of the drivers there staying on the curb rather than going onto that rumble strip on the exit.
Very difficult corner is karting bend. It really is, and a lot of drivers come to grief there. Up the inside then goes Fluke, slithering around under brakes into the Ford chicane and clean through. So up to 3rd position.
Yeah, 9 positions gained in the opening lap, the opening 13.6 kilometres Here comes this big train, which consists of Alex Smolensky, Rusty Laidler, but George Simmons, Adam Hadfield, Ross McFarlane, Lewis Bibby, and Sven Glatzel as well. Big train. Oh, slow down. Who is that? That's car 79. That's Ashik Sakovic.
Oh no.
Well, we were bigging him up, and I think it was only going to happen eventually that something was going to happen to him.
And Adam, lap 2 is just as bad as lap 1 often around here, and he will have had an invalid lap because he's made some contact, hasn't he?
Yeah, so down the order he goes. It could be 17th. It might get worse than
Still
that.
serving it, I think. Has he stopped? Has he finally stopped serving it?
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
just might get passed by Hackerson, maybe.
Old Club Series rivals here.
Weren't these two wheel to wheel for a championship, and it was
Wasn't
Sakovic
this the one?
Yeah, Sakovic won it by like 1,000th or 2,000ths of a second or something.
Wasn't this one in season 1 of the Club Series? I believe one of them retired and gave the other one the championship. Yeah.
And here they come into the Mulsanne, but
that was
more
of course
important,
before you. That was before I was driving it, and that was before
we started broadcasting it.
you were covering it. Oh,
yeah, wheel to wheel down the straight. Richard Gore versus Dan Kraft, and it looks like Kraft might have it, but Gore is late on the brakes into the Forza chicane. But it is the CQRS line car that hits the front in this ongoing battle between Apex and CQR.
Very accomplished is Richard Gore, but couldn't stop Daniel Kraft from going through. Kraft, who took 12 wins in 2016. One of the best drivers in the championship, there's no question, and he's been even better this season. 2017 could be the year of Daniel Kraft. Car number 3, driving for CQRS line.
Oh, late on the brakes, and that Apex car still very quick in a straight line. He makes the chicane as well, the Michelin chicane, the second of the chicanes on this Mulsanne straight, and this is allowing Jamie Fluke to get a nice view of this.
Did not get a fantastic exit out there, Adam, and you can see that has affected the speed of Richard Gore on the exit. Going towards the Mulsanne corner. Daniel Kraft pulls out from the slipstream. Let's see if he can go all the way clean round the outside. He's got a good chance. He sweeps into Mulsanne. Takes the lead. Gore has to sort of park it on the apex to stop Fluke from getting any ideas.
I've just seen in the background of that shot possibly Adam Hadfield going pretty slowly. It looked like he might have had a slowdown on the exit of the second chicane, but here they go on their way towards Indianapolis. So let's see how close Richard Gore can now get to the back of Dan Kraft.
Alex Simpson's got a slowdown, I believe. Going very slowly.
Say that Alex Simpson is in around about 30-something position. As a Fluke could take second place.
He's not out of fuel. No, he's
Alex,
all right. It looked like he was. Looked like he was just coasting down the straight, but he's lost a lot of places. He's actually now behind Nathan Davis, who was in 42nd.
Car sideways. It was Rusty Laidler at Indianapolis. He might be in pitch sideways, but either way, it's going to allow Smolensky through into Arnage. In many ways, BSRTC racing is a bit like watching Moto3 racing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you've got absolutely no breathing space. We know this firsthand from the last 2 weeks. It's the first time, I believe, in history that we've had Apex TV commentators in the car for the 3 weeks running, and 3 different drivers as well.
Fluke for the lead as well.
Jamie Fluke. We'll see him back in the championship as well. It's a shame he can't be back on a regular basis, but obviously other reasons for that. And Kraft goes around the outside.
That'll be good.
In the second part of the Porsche curves, now it's Fluke's turn, and this is the difficult one because it leads directly into karting. Ben.
Oh, he's going for it.
He's going through into karting.
Here comes Gore.
And here comes Gore. He might be able to take them all here. No, I think he's had a sensible pill there as Richard Gore. He knows that that's a bit futile.
3 Apex cars versus 1 CQR car. You can see
Still
Katz
wheel
has
to
arrived.
wheel.
Kraft still there, but surely Fluke is the inside line for the recordment corner.
Yep, he does. And Kraft now gets a good slipstream here, and Jamie Fluke does record a lap lead.
Oh no, slow down for Gore. I mean for Katz.
Oh, Katz had made his way up to 4th. Now
And
he's
still
gonna
hasn't
drop
done a
down the order.
Down out of the top 6, definitely. He hadn't set a valid lap time, so Andreas Katz
Mid
getting himself a
position,
big
not
time.
That's 7th, I think, is it, for Katz now? Oh, look at them all, 4 wide into the chicane, and Baker hits Katz.
Well, and Katz has towed back to the pits, so
Baker was Baker just completely missed the braking there.
and I think that's one very angry Katz.
Baker completely missed his braking point. don't know if it was a half-baked idea or whether it was just overcooked.
Very good, very good.
I'm willing to bet on the latter, actually, of it being just overcooking it into the braking zone. Laidler now heads a little pack with Glatzel and the two Northern Lights Racing cars of Cunniff and McFarlane. Glatzel again has made good progress in this race. He's up 8 positions. It's about to make that 9 now. Up the inside. Forces his way through and bash! Contact! This might allow the other Scottish car of McFarlane to go around the outside.
We've done the second part of the Mulsanne. Laidler looking to the inside. He's going to get alongside the Fanatec car there.
Oh, there's almost some contact.
Oh,
They're
there
very
is.
close. They're bashing
Take that.
wheels on the straight. Have it.
And again, maybe he's moving across, intimidatingly, isn't he, Rusty Laidler?
Don't give him any space, Laidler.
Oh!
Ben Glatzel is doing all he can under braking.
Oh,
Laidler's lost it. He's lost it.
Needs a handbrake. But he gets going. And he's going to lose a few positions. And those are the two. Oh, GT Omega with Team Mad.
That is Sakovic. Oh dear.
Now,
Not giving any quarter, is he? On?
I had a
He's
collision
losing
with
his
Rusty Laidler at a Summit Point back in the World Series.
He hit me last week. And I'm sure he's going to get Simpson at some point as well. Speaking of Alex Simpson, he's behind Steve Richardson now. That is for 37th place. Really, Alex's only chance, Adam, is to
Over reverse
get
grid.
himself in the reverse grid places. Yeah, we could see him on pole position potentially.
Oh, looking pretty clean as well for Alex Simpson. He's going to go for Fluke versus Kraft.
I think he might have had to avoid that original accident, and then he did get a slowdown on lap 2. Oh! Fluke nearly ran into the back of Kraft. Here comes Gore as well, thinking about it. Fluke! Oh, very late on the brakes. Getting some ground there. Definitely these 3 for the win then. So we've got 2 laps to go, or 1.5 now. The pack behind is Simmons, Smolensky and Bibby. That's combustible, isn't it?
On all the flammable.
Is there another slowdown for... Sorry, Adam, is there another slowdown for Cunniff?
Well, in Cunniff.
He's dropped behind McFarlane again.
Probably the ongoing battle, isn't it? It is. Well, look how many cars are in that one shot as we go into the Porsche curves. Northern Lights Racing on the inside, and Ross McFarlane probably a bit early on the brakes there, allows Glatzel to swoop around the outside.
Ben Hackerson in the background. It's not a great line for Glatzel though. I haven't seen anyone in the wall on the outside today, so they've been doing well, because you would imagine in the Kia that would probably happen more often. And now this is what they were saying, Granny's corner, because you've got to hug the inside.
Problem for Dan Kraft. I think he must have got a slowdown on the exit of Karting Bend, because he's now down to 3rd, and Jamie Fluke is 1st with Gore in 2nd as we start the final lap.
Same thing that befell John Roberts and lost him the win in race 1. It may have cost Dan Kraft the win here, because with just 1 lap to go, he's now 2 seconds behind Jamie Fluke. The man who won the Series 10 title. One of the Winter Series, but it was the same length as the old series, so we tend to count it here. And to count him as a BSRTC champion. And good battle raging on between Laidler, and then you got Freitas in this now with Sakovic.
Yeah, just in front of them. It's very close between Glatzel and the Fanatec car. Oh, nearly going into the back of Ross McFarlane, who's still ahead. McFarlane in that 7th position as we go on our way into Tetra Rouge for the final time in race 3. Northern Lights Racing trying to keep back the Fanatec car. He's hoping that Colin Cunniff can help as a bit of a wingman here and try and distract Sven Glatzel, but here they go onto the Mulsanne straight for the final time.
Jake Blackhall as well, the independent, running for Asher Racing. He's the 4th car in this train, the black and white car, the Australian. Must be difficult for him racing around so many cars as well, being on the Australian side. As Glatzel now going for it on the inside of Ross McFarlane. Heading into the second chicane. Oh, the first chicane.
Oh, he's missed his braking point. He's going to take him out. No, he doesn't.
Oh. Hey, who was that? Was that Cunniff?
That was Cunniff. Another hardware failure. Surely not, but
Was it? Yeah.
maybe a hardware failure in his head.
Either way, he did extremely well to yeah. Either way,
On the foot.
either way, sorry, he did extremely well to miss everything there. Really, but he got a bit of the wall. Oh, look at this, Baker and Everett, and I don't know who the Automet car is. I think it's McFadden. And the NLR car of Stephen Baxter. They were all in one big pack a minute ago.
Oh yeah, quite a few colourful cars there.
Yeah.
As they got off for second places on Gore versus Kraft. It looks like Jamie Fluke might have just pulled away a little bit into Mulsanne corner. Kraft on the outside and Gore up the inside.
Incidentally, Alex Simpson's picked up another victim. That's Robert Plumley, so up to 33rd for him. Second place is being contested fiercely here in Richard Gore and Daniel Kraft down this long straight to Indianapolis. Not really a straight, there's a couple of kinks in it, but flat out section nevertheless, where some of the hardest racing and some of the biggest crashes have happened in the history of Le Mans. And look at this, wheel to wheel, just about a foot separating the two cars. Both men sort of sliding the car through Indianapolis. Oh!
They touch.
Yeah, is Kraft going to have a go into Arnage? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, bit of a nudge, nudgy. Off goes Gore. Almost into the wall because the wall closes in massively on the exit. And Gore had to get out of that, otherwise that could have been race over.
I don't think he's going to have any time to retaliate at all, Richard Gore, on that occasion. That is Kraft through into second position unless a slowdown may befall him.
Still a big battle going on for
fourth
place, but I think we've got to focus on Jamie Fluke here as he's only got a few corners to go. He's in the Porsche curves now. Careful not to hit that wall on the exit. You've got to flick it left, then right, and like I say, Granny's corner because you've got to hug the inside. Much as possible, and then you turn it in early for karting bend. Oh, dear me. It's close to the line there was Fluke.
I saw Simmons hit that wall that we saw not too many drivers had hit, but yeah, here comes Jamie Fluke forward chicane.
Had to be one, didn't there? Yeah. As Fluke turns it into the forward chicane. Oh,
I thought he was going to get slowed down then.
Almost did. But there's nothing to slow down Jamie Fluke here. He wins round 2 of the evening. Round 3, sorry. Richard Gore over in second place. Daniel
Kraft let him back through then. Kraft must have let him back through.
Very close on the line. Who got that one? Lewis Bibby, I think. 300ths of a second.
Oh, look at this. This is Pete Newman. Pete Newman versus McIntyre and Roberts going into the final few chicane.
I think Tristan Bodice has been disqualified, Adam.
Oh, disaster.
And I think Foggy, Foggy's just dropped down, but Bodice was disqualified, so I wonder if they had some issue together. That puts Paul Smith up to 23rd. He gained 31 positions there, Adam.
Alex Simpson's just overtaken Craig Evans. Yeah, fantastic race from him, Paul Smith. 31 positions gained. Here comes Alex Simpson to come across the line and take what will be...
Is that 31st?
32nd? 31st, yes.
He's got a very strong chance of the reverse grid now. He won't get the pole, of course, but there's no odd numbers on the wheel. But he has got a very, very good chance of being somewhere in the top 10.
Well then, who are we waiting to cross the line? Matt Bunn is that is the exit of Mulsanne with a very damaged car underneath the CQRS line driver. Goodness me,
a lot of damaged cars out there, I have to say.
Laura Bond trying to drag the Kia Optima to a top 50 finish.
Oh, there she is.
Rizzo.
Wow, that is a nasty looking car out there. Rizzo struggling home as well. He's got some tracking issues.
Likewise, Rob Graham.
Laura Bond's 50 kilometres an hour. I think Laura's out of fuel, is she? Oh no.
But
she's okay. I think that maybe that's just the speed she can drive it at. Well, it's this warped and knackered Max Wright. Look at that. He started on the front row. Adam, he was in second place for much of the first lap.
A big slowdown, didn't he? I think that's what happened.
What's happened to Laura?
Oh, she stopped. And it looks like Max Wright's heading for the pit lane as well.
Not even going to finish. Really?
Well,
We're not going to cross the line here?
Max Wright should be able to gain a position there.
Seems a bit strange not crossing the line. Am I right? I mean, he's going to cross the line in the pits, but it just seems a bit odd to me that.
Maybe go for the 1 lap down, because she will be classified as a lap down, and if we get a full reverse grid, she'll be eligible for the pole, I believe.
Great if that's the case, but
Matt Bunn still trying.
because Max right there has gained about 7 places there.
Yeah,
Just by finishing the race.
Leapt up to 42nd position, in fact.
I don't see why you wouldn't just try and finish the race, to be honest.
Wojciech Savidovic have an issue on that final lap. Yeah, he must have had a crash or something.
I think he was quite. Yeah, where was he? Where was he sat?
I don't know. He was only 1 minute and 21 behind the leader when it must at the start of the last lap. But yeah, now he finds himself in the pit lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to our 2 times champion.
Here comes Matt Bunn then. Savidovic will end up finishing in 46th, 1 lap down.
Matt
if we
Bunn
get
3 minutes behind.
If we get a full, it will be Pete Harrod on the pole. We're only through the finishing order then.
I don't think Harrod got disqualified, did he?
No, he
so
didn't.
I think he's
no.
okay.
He's being shown on my timing screen. He's being in the pits. Laura Bond actually, she didn't. Oh, it's because the race was over probably. But she isn't being shown on my timing screen of her being in the pit lane. So I don't know if it's a disqualification or not.
48th.
Yeah.
Oh well, she could have got disqualified actually. That was possible.
And then running through the finishing order, Jamie Fluke takes the win. He got a runner-up spot in race 1 and a win in race 3. Dan Kraft in Richard Gore in second, getting the second place back after the moment with Dan Kraft at Arnage. George Simmons in 4th, Lewis Bibby in 5th, 6th Alex Malensky, 7th Ross McFarlane, 8th Jake Blackhall, 9th Rusty Laidlet, 10th Miguel Freitas, 11th is Sven Glatzel, 12th Ben Hackerson, 13th for Colin Cunniff, 14th for Maciek Sakovic, 15th for Alex Everett, 16th place for David Baker, 17th Stuart McFadden, 18th Stephen Baxter, 19th Nicole Foggy after starting in 52nd position. What a result. And 20th is Josh Thompson. We've just received word on what happened to Savidovic. We'll tell you afterwards. 21st Adam Hadfield, 22nd Kip Stevens, 23rd Paul Smith, 24th Christian Rose, 25th Pete Newman, 26th Jack McIntyre, 27th John Roberts, 28th Dan Hunt, 29th Julian Janowski, and 30th for Jamie Ayres. Alex Simpson, there he is in 51st position. 31st position, dear me, sorry Alex. 32nd Craig Evans, 33rd for Rob Plumley, 34th Steve Richardson, 35th Matthew Keeber, 36th Stuart Atkinson, 37th Michael Hall, 38th Thorstein Helgeson, 39th Roy Ververke, and 40th for Rod Graham, 41st Rizzo, 42nd Max Wright, 43rd for Matt Bunn, and in the cars 1 lap down or more, Tristan Bodis 1 lap down, Lee Berridge a lap down along with Wojciech Savidovic, who we think crashed before the
Possibly at Arnage.
at Arnage, or is it possibly Indianapolis actually? For Savidovic, I crashed there, so it can happen to the best of us. Nathan Davis.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. Sorry.
Nathan Davis. Yes, you should be ashamed. Laura Bond, 48. Pete Harrod, 49th, 1 lap down. So if we do get a reverse grid, he will be on the pole. Andreas Katz, maybe Angrius Katz. He'll be 50th, 2 laps down. That's really bad. It sounded better in my head.
It's so bad it was good.
Castrolado.
Oh dear.
Ricardo Castrolado 2 laps down, Scott Malcolm 2 laps down, Michael Blake 2 laps down, Simon Roden 3 laps down, and Lorne Murray 3 laps down. I think we should just throw it to Sam with the wheel now before things really do go bad. But yeah, reverse grid time.
I think before Adam gets my idea, we need to
Fired for bad
puns.
puns, yeah.
Not sure you can get fired for bad puns, but I would have been fired a long time ago if that were the case. Let's see then.
It's a pole.
Oh.
Well, Pete Harrod's going to be happy. He's on the pole. The second is Laura Bond. Third is Nathan Davis. Wojciech Savidovic will be very happy. He's in 4th. 5th is Lee Berridge. And unfortunately for Alex, it's the other extreme. It's the big reverse grid rather than the medium-sized reverse grid, and he's going to be starting in the midfield for this 4th and final race of the day.
Yeah, I think Andreas Katz might be uttering a few choice words in German to after that as he finished 50th, but yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes in this one. Where does that put Alex then? You see, that even puts Alex about 16th, so he's still quite a way back. It really does play into the hands of Wojciech Savidovic, doesn't it?
Yeah, he'll be starting inside the top 5 for this one. Won the opening race of the day as well, so could be in with a shout at getting a good result to round off this race meeting.
Alright, and we will see exactly how those guys get on with the full reverse grid. Don't miss this one when we return here on Apex Racing TV.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Hello again, everybody. It's the BSRTC, and the clouds descended in race 3, and now it's the fog that's descended. And well, Adam, we've not seen this for quite some time, have we?
No, I think shades of Indianapolis. I remember that was a really foggy race, and maybe Spa as well.
The
Yeah,
Brands Hatch one possibly in the fog once as well.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're set for an interesting final race. Us Brits do like to talk about the weather, but the talking has all been on the track today, and the drivers are definitely going to have their work cut out going down the Mulsanne, with visibility being at a premium.
And it's literally the first time that we've ever had a driver have the same name as our weather conditions out there.
Who's that?
Foggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear me.
Sorry, nail in the air, trying to drop. There it does. There we go.
That wasn't drop. That wasn't a penny dropping. That was a pound. That one.
Dropped a clanger
Where is
there.
Foggy starting in the fog? Just incidentally, 20th place.
Sorry, Nick. Oh dear me. It's 20 past 10. Well, it's not like Ritmatech where we can claim
Not
blame
even
the
late,
time.
No.
Yeah,
Alex Simpson starting 19th.
It's a
by the way,
56
isn't
car entry list. Pete Howard starts on the pole. Probably the best driver in terms of visibility. Laura Bond second. Third for Nathan Davis. Fourth for Wojciech Savidovic. Fifth is Lee Berridge. Sixth is Tristan Bodice. Seventh Matt Bunn. Here come the fighter jets. I don't even know how they can see. Eighth is Max Wright. Ninth Rizzo. 10th Rob Graham. 11th Roy Verke. 12th Forstein Helgeson. 13th Michael Hall. 14th Atkinson. 15th Keeber. 16th is Steve Richardson. 17th Rob Plumley. 18th Craig Evans. 19th is Alex Simpson. And 20th is Jamie Ayres. Starting at the back in 55th will be Lorne Murray.
Oh dear, well I'm just on board with Lon Murray looking at the planes going over, and he's miles behind. We're almost ready for the start here at Le Mans for the 4th time. And Pete Howard take the win for CQR. Or will it be someone else like Wojciech Savidovic? It's time to find out. Oh,
Terrible start.
what a start by Laura Bond. Brilliant start on the dirty side of the track. Look at the cars in the fog, just the lights shining out. And little glowworms. Going to be tricky into turn 1, Adam. The grip is not going to be there. On the inside, who's that? Oh, dear me, 35.
Oh, contact. Savidovic hits by car 104. That's Matt Bunn.
And Bond and Davis looking pretty close together as well. Where's Wojciech? He gone.
Not going, but it might be a slowdown. It is a slowdown.
Oh, that's going to put him. That's going to put him well down the field.
That's interesting because he didn't get hit to the inside. He got hit to the outside and still got a slowdown.
Weird. I wonder if he maybe got a slow down anyway, and then was hit possibly. I don't know. Alex Simpson in the thick of the action as well. You can see him around Matthew Keeber and a couple of Automake Knock Hill cars. That's Max Wright and Robert Graham.
To the Mulsanne we go then. Goodness me, I just saw something very dangerous in the background. That's Ross McFarlane heading up Miguel Freitas, Lewis Bibby, 3 wide, maybe even 4, as we go up the straight towards the Forza chicane.
Oh, well, at least on the cameras, it's the closest thing we get to night racing here at Le Mans. And oh, slow down for Davis, 2nd place.
Oh no, car skating off. Everyone's off. Craig Evans, Wojciech Savidovic, going through the chicane is Christian Rose. Also, there's a sim gear car. Quite a few drivers missing the braking points in the thickness of the fog.
Wow, fantastic. They can't see any. The visibility isn't too bad out there, really. But obviously, you got some dust kicked up. You got some got smoke as well. People locking up or things like that, and it becomes quite tricky out there to really pick your way through.
3 wide for second. Oh, it just sorts itself out in the end. Bunn contacts with 35. That's Lee Berridge. He's just hit Lee Berridge.
He has. And oh, Bodice! Oh, dear me. Bodice was not prepared to go to the hard shoulder there, and I don't blame him either. Laura Bond down to 6th.
Oh, Rizzo's been off at the 2nd chicane. He was in 6th, but that's not gone at all well. Here come the 2 wide action again. Berridge and Bunn.
Who's number 104? Oh, that's Bunn, is it?
Hmm.
Then you've got Tristan Bodice, you've got Michael Hall.
Alex Simpson's up in 8th.
Start by him. under a bit of pressure at the moment. Number 38, Craig McLeod-Evans. No, that's not Craig McLeod-Evans. What's going on there?
What number are you after?
No, it says 38. Who's that?
38. That is...
Oh, 33. Sorry, I can't read.
33 is Julian Janowski.
Julian Janowski, sorry. That's me not having basic understanding of numbers.
Oh, Bodice nearly gets into Matt Bunn, but that's surely going to allow Michael Hall a chance to get a position.
Davis and Janowski. It's close. Those two nearly hitting each other. Going through Indianapolis, I think there might have been a tiny bit of contact. Nothing race threatening for anybody. Pete Harrod's had a great start on him. He's away.
2.6 second lead already.
You do well to catch Pete Harrod now. Lee Berridge in second place. Great start from Berridge. Fifth on the grid he was. And then Bunn.
Hall.
And then Bodice and Hall. The tyres still haven't gone up to full pressure yet, Adam. People are still sliding around out there.
Yeah. Laura Bond was sliding a little bit there as she's now under pressure from Rob Graham.
Graham trying to go through in the Porsche curves. This is dangerous for them. Graham a bit wide, actually. And Alex Simpson up the inside.
Great move.
I think Graham had to bail out. I think he might have got slow down, Adam.
Donald just got caught out wide and is getting freight trained by everyone else.
And that'll be a slow down on the exit of Karting Bend, I would imagine.
Did a forward chicane then for the first time. Graham down to 10th position. It looks like it might not be a slowdown penalty. He might be waiting to serve it on the exit of the final chicane, but no, I don't think so. But yeah, he's got Pete Newman right behind him now and got shuffled back a bit there as here we go, lap 2.
Goes through the final chicane.
Harrod leading. Second anyway, Lee Berridge in second, but going a bit wide. And here comes Matt Bunn. Berridge can't do anything, it's futile. And he might be forced to yield here as Bunn comes up the inside. There you can see the Bugatti circuit on the right hand side. And Bunn through into second.
He turns across into the S's, that's good from Matthew Bunn. But Berridge is going to get the advantage if he gets a good run out of Tertiary Rouge there.
Rob Graham's finally dropping down the order. This might be in the slowdown we were waiting to see.
Maybe he didn't serve it quickly out. And
no, I just saw what happened. He put all four wheels off the circuit on the exit of Dunlop curve. The Dunlop chicane.
He does not want to receive a penalty either. Like that, if you don't serve it within 2 sectors, automatically black flagged and you get a stop and go penalty.
Like Matt Bunn has got, I think, possibly. I know what might have done. No, he's just going wheel to wheel with Lee Berridge. I thought he got a slowdown there.
No, Berridge is Berridge going back through into second place. Good showing this from Berridge, isn't it?
Very good. Oh, he goes wide on the exit, but a lot of inside curb taken there by Matt Bunn. It may even warrant a slowdown penalty. Alex Simpson has got past Laura Bond as well.
And now he's going to get past Tristan Bodice, is he? Because Bodice is slow.
That's Alex Simpson through into 5th.
That's good, isn't it? He's got every chance here of getting on the podium.
Now here comes Michael Hall.
Bodice is dropping down the order big time. He's still not managed to serve his slowdown.
Into the Michelin chicane. Who's going to come out in second?
Oh, there's somebody over the inside there. That might be slowdown for Bunn this time. He was well over the inside, wasn't he?
Yeah, and we know about slowdowns at that second chicane.
We're experts. Lee Berridge trying to go back through again. Here comes Michael Hall as well, teammate to Matthew Bunn.
Over the top of the hill. Into more sand.
Berridge is on the outside. Bunn on the inside.
Oh, where's he going?
Berridge. Oh.
Well, I thought for a brief moment that Matt Bunn was heading somewhere else. Maybe heading on his way to the village of Moorsan. But
I thought for a minute that Berridge was going to end up in the back of him.
Well, this is a great battle.
Crash! Big crash!
Good big one.
Bond,
yeah.
Davis.
Nathan Davis.
And
Newman. Both Newman buried in the Armco.
How on earth has that happened?
Oh no, that's Baker. He's just hit Nathan Davis. And Davis is now rolling out of the points.
Stuart Atkinson got a massive part of that as well. Have a look, Baker comes through. Oh, unsighted, not just by the fog, but from the smoke coming out of the back of Nathan Davis's stricken car, and he punts, and Davis has gone over the fence, Adam.
Yeah.
He's landed on the other side of the fence.
He's done a full-on Mercedes on it, hasn't he? From that 99 race. Alex Simpson has been off at Indianapolis, by the way. He hasn't lost any positions. It's all happening here. He's still in. He's dropped down to 6th position.
Everything's going off out there. He's got damage.
Yeah.
You said even the best of them go off at Indianapolis, Adam, and that proves your point. Fair and square there.
Alex Simpson joins the likes of Adam Bath and
Andrew Woodhouse, I would imagine. Oh, same thing as what happened to you.
Oh no, Alex Simpson, what are you doing, son? He's gone off. Well, Sven Glatzel, he hit Sven Glatzel anyway. Alex has got damage. He's
in the wall. That's game over. It's game over for Alex Simpson.
Really cannot turn the car at all.
Lots and lots of damage there, heavy damage. What exactly happened with Glatzel there? Was it?
Alex, I don't think, could steer the car, and he tries to turn into the right hand at the Porsche curves. Glatzel tried to go around the outside, and the two met.
And he's he's still pointing in a straight line, isn't he? He couldn't turn left for it particularly well. Now he can't. Oh dear, he's going to try and get it back to the pits, but
no fast repair. So
I mean, he might be. To be honest, he could probably get that back. Probably finish the race classified with that. Now he's going to pit.
I don't know whereabouts the damage came from that resulted in the car failing to turn, but battle is on for 2nd place still.
Well, sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, past the halfway distance, and it's still Hall versus Bunn versus Berridge.
I was only going to set myself up for a pun. The fog of war has been engaged.
Oh. Pause for laughs as we go through the right-hander.
Oh, sorry about that. I was muted for a second there.
I'll just get my count. Top 10, Pete Harrod leads Michael Hall.
I was just trying to open the door. It's bloody boiling in here.
Well, it's heating up in the commentary box as well, because it's not on the track, I can tell you that. It is a very cool 18 degrees on the track. And now here comes Matt Bunn for 2nd place. About Lee Berridge. I can see a whole load of headlights in the background as well, looking like something's kicking off. But,
Berridge sideways into the chicane. He's well in control though. He's loving these conditions, is Lee Berridge.
Definitely. The car handles pretty well in these conditions.
Oh, yeah.
It handles well enough in the overcast, but when you've got fog and all the stuff like this...
I bet. There'll be a lot of grip available to the drivers here. Because as well, it's not a circuit that's particularly taxing on tyres either, Adam. So I think... 3 wide, Hall's on the hard shoulder. He gets the cold shoulder from Bunn there. This is a great battle over 2nd place.
Amazing the different lines they take into that 2nd chicane. But look, here comes the sim gear car. That's Julian Minovsky.
Berridge is so quick at the minute. He's trying to go on the hard shoulder. Again. Bunn's just sticking right to that white line, isn't he? Of course, if you go on the hard shoulder, there's all sorts of crap and rubbish on the outside. Just get on your tyres and make it a nightmare, especially through corners like Indianapolis and the Porsche curves. Incidentally, Adam, Alex Simpson's accident, exactly the same as yours from last week. Exactly the same. He just got on the brakes and it went right. Exactly the same thing.
I'm sure him, along with Nathan Davis and Kip Stevens, they're all off down to the KFC on the Mulsanne Straight.
Put it this way, I think he understands. I think he understands what happened in the race last week. Now, Berridge is still on the hard shoulder again.
Where is he going? But here we go.
And by the way, whatever substance Lee Berridge has been taking to get him to drive like this, he needs to take some every week, because he's flying here and he's against legitimately excellent competition in Matt Bunn and Michael Hall. I don't care about the slipstream. He's faster than them through the corners.
Northern Lights Racing definitely got a few good drivers with them. Nicole Foggy also inside the top 10 as well.
Well, of course he is. The conditions are perfect.
Yeah, he is in his element. Or he is in his surname, you could say.
Well, exactly.
Into the Porsche curves for the penultimate time. Michael Hall still trying to get past Lee Berridge. Maybe Mike Bunn starting to stretch his legs a little bit. But we'll see that so Lee Berridge could probably close him down through this section.
There are a lot of battered cars in the top 10 as well. One such is Paul Smith, who's gained, he's gained 19 positions as the Yorkshireman.
That's all 33. positions gained.
Sven Glatzel is ridiculously good at making his way through the field.
Didn't he gain 42 or something in one of the earlier races?
Yeah, absolutely spectacular from the German driver.
Quite remarkable.
Ash Sutton's mantle might be being taken. He's not as fast as Ashley is, but he's definitely got that racecraft that makes the Subaru driver so special.
Final lap. George Simmons has just overtaken Rob Plumley, incidentally. So that's Plumley down to 11th position now. Cars that started inside the top 10 that are still there. We've only got 3, and they're the 3 at the front.
Sorry, mate, this is kicking off here. Graham. Sorry, that's Max Wright, and then Richard Gore going past him, and then it's the Welshman Jamie Ayres.
Oh, goodness me, yeah.
To the Dunlop curve, and there's also company from the Alfa Tech car of Matthew Keeber. Keeber goes around the outside of Max Wright.
Here comes Jake Blackhall as well. He's also through. Max Wright.
I wonder if Wright got a slowdown in the Ford chicane area. He's really dropping down the order here.
Might have got it on that right curb on the inside of the final chicane. Andreas final curb.
And Andreas Katz is up 30 places, by the way, as well.
There we go. Did stick around for the final race after what was the unfortunate event of the first chicane.
Every little helps when it comes to the points. We know this. BSRTC. Miguel Freitas has got terrible damage on his GT Mega Racing Team Mad car as well. All sorts going on here out on the circuit, but the quietest place so far is where Pete Harrod is, because he's 5.5 seconds clear of this 4-car train with Matthew Bunn, Lee Berridge, Michael Hull, and now Julian Janowski, who we haven't really seen since the early going. But he was battling, he was behind Alex Simpson actually, it was Julian Janowski, when the Englishman had his accident. Oh, off goes Berridge. He's very wide. He's gonna keep it on the circuit, but that's probably any chance of keeping with Matt Bunn gone for him. Oh, comes Hall. Hall's on the hard shoulder in the debris. Look at the dust and dirt that he's kicking up. Berridge might just have a slight slipstream off of the CQR car. He's got another CQR car alongside him, and Hall's disappeared.
Well, the fog's bad enough.
He's back. Hear me.
Berridge goes wide, so does
Bunn.
Bunn. Unbelievable. Here comes Berridge for second.
Berridge again, then. Not been in such lofty heights before in the BSRTC. Not at this point in the race. Anyway, Hall thinking about the middle. Can't really do that here on the way towards Indianapolis.
2 by 2.
Oh, he's bump drafting Bunn, I think.
Did he tried?
Bunn's very on the brakes. Bunn sliding the car. Oh. Berridge makes contact with Hall.
Here comes Janowski.
Trying to go around the outside.
He's gone off.
Misses the corner.
Nearly off anyway.
Oh dear. Bunn sliding the car through the kink just before Indy. What a battle for second place. Absolutely outstanding. The iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. Remember, head over to bsrhub.com if you want to get involved. Pay for your entries there, if there are spaces. Berridge going up the inside of Hall in the Porsche curves, trying at least. Very difficult place to overtake. Just got so much more speed at the moment, Adam. Can't make it work,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's got a few more corners, but someone who has.
Yeah, somebody who started on pole position. He was already strong at the start of the day. We peer through the gloom. We see a pair of headlights belonging to car number 40. CQR with the Race Hub. Pete Harrod, a 2-time Club Series champion, coming through. And he's going to take the win here at Le Mans in the BSRTC. That could well be his first win in his career. Fantastic stuff. It's going to be very close over the line. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Hall? Is it going to be Bunn or Berridge? It's going to be Hall. Janowski comes home in 5th, and Glatzel getting 6th position. Hoggy in 7th. And Josh Simmons got Paul Smith on the final lap. Who else? There as well, Hackerson and co. Are they still going further down? Helgeson. Oh, look at this lot coming across. Atkinson might get a place off Freitas. Freitas is in the gravel. It's going to be very close over the line between... who was that in the Apex car? Coming across. Wojciech Svidovic, I think it was.
31st.
Just missed out on 30th position.
That slowdown penalty.
Yeah.
Cost him all that time. 39 seconds behind the winner in the end.
Rizzo, Kraft. Oh, Kraft and Cunniff are still... Oh, sorry, that's not Cunniff. Who's that?
Verke versus... Who's that?
Verke up the inside of Kraft. Oh, Kraft missed the corner. Going to be a slowdown. Verke's waiting for him.
Maybe he's got one as well. I don't know. But maybe Kraft that takes 40 seconds, I think.
I wouldn't have been that polite, I must admit.
Verke takes 43rd, and that pretty much rounds out the... that is it, because Alex Simpson is the next guy. He's 2 laps down.
Yeah, everybody else out there. So, take you through the finishing order for the final time tonight.
Okay, so race fixture goes to Pete Harrod. Well done to him. Second for Michael Hall. Third, Matt Bunn. I think that is a CQR complete whitewash of the podium, I think. Lee Berridge in 4th. Brilliant job from him. Julian Janowski in 5th. Sven Glatzel in 6th. 7th is Nicole Foggy. 8th, George Simmons. 9th, Paul Smith. And 10th, Ben Hackerson. Alex Everett finishing in 11th. 12th, Rob Plumley. 13th, David Baker. I think that's the second time tonight he's finished in that position. 14th for Adam Hadfield. 15th, Richard Gore. 16th, Matthew Keeber. 17th, Andreas Katz. 18th for Ross McFarlane. 19th for Jake Blackhall. And 20th for Jamie Fluke. 21st place for Stephen Baxter. For Maxwell, I should say. 22nd, Stephen Baxter. 23rd, Stuart McFadden. 24th, Ricardo Castroledo. 25th for Rob Graham. 26th, Scott Malcolm. 27th, Christian Rose. 28th, Tristan Bodis. 29th, for Miguel Freitas. And 30th for Stuart Atkinson. Wojciech Svidovic started on the second row of the grid. Got that slowdown penalty, ended up finishing in 31st. Alex Smolensky, 32nd. Forstein Helgeson, 33rd. 34th, Jamie Ayres. 35th, Lorne Murray. 36th, Dan Hunt. 37th, Maciek Sakovic. 38th, Michael Blake. 39th, Simon Roden. And 40th for Colin Cunniff. 41st is Ira Rizzo. Dan Kraft, we saw him cross the line there in 42nd, with Roy Verke finishing in 43rd. Then Alex Simpson, 2 laps down. His Apex colleague, Nathan Davis, 2 laps down. We saw what happened to him, rolling his way down the straight towards Indianapolis. John Roberts, 2 laps down. Laura Bond, 3 laps down. Pete Newman involved in that crash. He was buried in the Armco barrier somewhere. 3 laps down for him. Lewis Bibby, 3 laps down. Kip Stevens as well, 3 laps down, as well as Jack McIntyre, 51st position for him. Steve Richardson, 4 laps down. Craig Evans, 4 laps down. Josh Thompson, also 4 laps down. And Rusty Laidler, last position, 55th, 4 laps down as well.
All right, Adam, thank you very much for that. It's been a bit of a fun night for you, reading out all the results. But someone else who's had fun tonight, Alex Simpson, joins us again in the commentary box, our illustrious colleague. And Alex, it was all going so well. And then Indianapolis again, the corner that's caught out so many people. Exactly the same accident that what happened to Adam last week.
Yeah, baptism of fire, I think it's been this week. I've experienced a bit of everything tonight, so...
Even fog, we haven't seen that for 2 years.
No, I mean, I was pushing hard. I mean, obviously I could see the sort of the second, third and fourth battle ahead, and I closed them up the previous lap. I had Janowski behind, so I thought, well, we'll keep pushing, because there could be a P2 on here, which I thought would be a pretty decent result. And of course I hammered it through Indianapolis, and... it's been tricky through there, even in normal conditions. So
really?
With the fog and the cold track temperature, the back just got a little loose. And of course, you're pretty screwed there because you can't put the gas on to try and save the car because you've got to be on max brake as it is, because it's just a wall.
The wall's so close on the side, and then of course, like you said, the wall's so close in front of you as well.
Exactly. So you can't afford to try and save it that way because you're just going to plough into that one instead. So just tried my best to keep out of it and failed miserably. Just lack of experience, I think, in the car in that sort of a situation. But I had a lot of fun out there tonight. You know, a couple of good races and a couple of not so good ones. But I might do it again.
And then was it just damaged suspension?
I was 90 degrees to the left. Yeah, I just couldn't steer straight. I just wanted to get it back to the pits safely rather than stop somewhere that could cause a secondary accident or anything like that. So I was just desperate to try and bring it back. But yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to finish. I couldn't steer left at all. Couldn't turn the car left at all.
I'll tell you what, mate. It's really good to see you out there, and I'm glad you think about doing it again, because we definitely like to see you out there again.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, the first race was a lot of fun, and like I say, until I buried it into the Arco, I was quite enjoying that race as well.
All right. Are you going to stick around for a bit?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
All right, nice. I'll tell you what, someone else who stuck around very effectively in the last race was Lee Berridge, I believe. Lee, this is the first time we've had you in the commentary box, so welcome.
Yeah, because every other time I've raced, it's been too embarrassing. I've had a pretty shocking start to this season.
Yeah, but I mean, that was anything but shocking. Fantastic pace out there in the cold conditions. Managed to stay with some very, very experienced, very, very fast drivers out there in Matt Bunn and Michael Ho. Take us through your evening and, more importantly, maybe that final race.
Yeah, so race 1 lasted me till the end of the first long straight, where Kip unfortunately missed his break point. Bless him. I think he was having a bit of an argument with Laura at the time and took me straight out. Race 2, pit start, so that was a bit of a struggle. Wasn't really coming back from that. Race 3, taken out by the first chicane, so another meatball. So yeah, tonight, this last race really makes up for that. I was having a chat with Matt and saying really we should have worked together a little bit more, because I think at most of the points we were 3 wide. But yeah, no, thoroughly enjoyed that last race. That kind of gave me the opportunity to show that I've got a bit of pace when it picks and chooses me.
The thing is, you had the opportunity to fight though, didn't you? Really, because there weren't many cars sort of around you. You had a bit of a gap, so yeah, it was probably fair enough fighting all together on that one. What did you make of the fog as well? Because we were saying we haven't had fog for a couple of years in this series, I reckon.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I think it helps my graphics card for starters, but no, it's really strange, because that was the first race that I was able to run -4 wing and actually make it work. And as a result, I was, like I say, I was able to keep with the bigger guns. So yeah, thankful for the fog.
All right, Adam, you got anything for Lee?
No, Lee, just great to see you at the front, and yeah, hopefully we get to see you again the rest of the season.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I need some luck. Yeah, no, just before I go, probably ought to shout out for our sponsors, True Essence, Pro Race UK, Thrustmaster, and Lux Liveries. But no, thanks guys, appreciate talking to you.
Nice one, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers, see you next week.
See you next week. He Berridge there, and yeah, first time in the commentary box for him, and well deserved. I think P4 it was there. And our next victim is a man who we've not seen in this series for quite some time. Jamie Fluke, welcome to the commentary box, my friend.
Hello. Glad to be here.
Good night for yourself, really. In general, looked like you had fun out there.
I had so much fun out there tonight. I think that the way that the car drives, in this current build, or in the way it's set up these days, suits my driving style a hell of a lot more. So I was fairly quickly on the pace, and if I'm on the pace, I'm usually having a good bit of fun, and with no pressure really on myself tonight, I could go out there and just have at it, really. So yeah, I had an absolute ball out there.
Obviously, you very well in race 3, but then of course the reverse grid comes out, and you must be thinking, oh god, here we go, because 49th on the grid, but you made it up to 20th, and what was that like?
I honestly, I wasn't too worried about it, because I'm here, one, to help out the team, but also just have some fun myself. And starting way at the back, you get to see everything in front of you, and it's sometimes like the part of the Red Sea, I guess. Sometimes whenever there's a gap that appears, and I get a bit of a kick out of that. But from 49th to 20th, probably could have been a fair bit better, because I think it was in lap 2, I got caught up with an incident with Colin Cuniff, and I lost maybe a dozen positions out of that. And the car was completely broken at that point, no straight line speed, so to even get back to 20th, I was really, really happy. But yeah, it's just absolutely crazy racing around Le Mans this week. Absolutely loved it.
Just seeing that on the replay as well, so everybody will be able to see exactly what happened.
Lovely.
So you're there. What's the plan for the rest of the season then? Are you going to do any more of these?
If I'm available and I'm absolutely needed, then maybe. But
see what happens,
we'll see what happens. But there's no plans for me to be back in the car anytime soon.
As it's a one-off, I'm not going to be mean to you and ask you to read the sponsors list out, because I did that enough in the Pro Series, and I'm sure you cursed me for that for weeks. So, but yeah, all that remains to be said is well done out there, and yeah, you coming into the car after a long time out. Alex's first time in the car, and I think you guys did pretty well out there.
Yeah, I think we equipped ourselves quite nicely.
All right, Jamie, thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you very much.
Jamie Fluke there. It's good to see him back in the championship, of course, a former series champion. And, well, a man who's been waiting very, very patiently indeed in the interview channel is Josh Thompson, and he's with Adam Bath.
Josh, welcome to the commentary box.
Hello.
Well, I saw on your Instagram earlier you were doing the IMSA in the Ferrari, but then all of a sudden you're in the Kia at Le Mans. How does that how different are the two cars when you're racing them?
Completely different, but I like the challenge, so I enjoy doing it.
Well, yeah, we had all sorts of conditions here. What was it like racing in the fog? Something that we don't see too often on iRacing.
To be honest, I didn't get long enough to try due to getting taken out at the start, so it was a bit of a shame, but it felt quite good. Track was definitely a bit colder, a bit slippier, but I enjoy it when the track's like that. Suits how I drive the car.
A lot of bump drafting going on as well. You're probably racing in amongst drivers that you're probably quicker with in terms of pace, but the long straights of Le Mans definitely helps making it a great equaliser, this circuit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you could not, if you were faster than someone, you couldn't break the draft, and then vice versa. It made the racing very interesting and very close. So,
just looking at the schedule for next week, we head to Road Atlanta, a circuit you have an affinity with, or maybe not?
I've not done too much around there, to be honest. I think the last time I was there was a BSR Renault, so, and that went quite well. So I'm looking forward to it. Car and track combo will be quite good, so it'll be quite fun.
Did you have much encounters with your team boss at all on the track?
No, I didn't. I saw on the stream that I had a bit of a nightmare in the last one, but overall quite good.
There you go. Well, Alex is listening, so do you have anyone to send any messages out to?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the guys in the Team Panattack. Did a great job getting the setup working. Yeah, and you guys for the great broadcast and guys who run the series.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, well done on surviving the race meeting, and yeah, hopefully we'll get to chat to you again in the coming weeks.
Yeah, thank you.
Josh Thompson there, and yeah, we don't get to speak to him very often, so it's good to see that. And you know what, let's get the Automech boys in there as well, and we'll get George in as well. Just have a full house in the commentary box, why not? We've got Scott Malcolm, we've got Stuart McFadden, and we've got George Simmons, and I don't know who's the first victim, the one who's been sat there the longest, I think. Scott, hello.
Right, guys.
How are we doing? You had the unfortunate stipulation of starting last in race 1, which obviously meant you had a view of pretty much everything out there, but it looks like you had a pretty good night out there altogether.
Yeah, if you call that. But we'll come on to that sooner. I started at the back. I was able to pick my way through all the slowdowns and people going off the track, so I did pretty well in the first race.
And you gained 26 positions in the last race as well, to finish exactly there, 26th. And what was that like out there in the foggy conditions, cold, so a lot of grip, and obviously a lot of overtaking for yourself?
Oh, that was the fog that was out there. That was the smoke from our two blown engines.
Oh, two? Oh dear.
Oh, did you not know that?
I thought it was one.
I saw the first
Oh
one,
no,
yeah.
have I just put myself in it, do I?
No, we only saw one. We saw the one earlier on when you were in, I think, second place. And but yeah, we didn't see the other one. Was that in race 3 then?
Yeah, and the worst thing about it was exactly the same spot.
Yeah,
Under braking for the first chicane.
Yeah.
What happened? Just down the gears too quickly?
Yeah, just in practice last night I was nailing it pretty good, and in that second race I just glanced down at my relative and I could see that I was slowly catching John. I thought, let's just brake a wee bit later, and I just slammed it down 2 gears too quickly. The next thing I just seen the puffy black smoke out there. You're like, gotta be kidding me. You know, I just got no luck. You know, I get up to these positions and I do a stupid rookie mistake like that. And the thing is, the third race, what I go and do? I go and do exactly the same thing at exactly the same spot.
In fairness, you're not the first and you won't be the last. We've had people doing that this season. as well earlier on. But all in all, did you have a fun night?
I always have a fun night.
Good. So, by the way, before you go, do you want to thank the sponsors or anybody else before we let you go?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to Automech for putting the cash up, and also Not Kill Racing Circuit as well up in Scotland.
Spot on. Alright, Scott, thank you very much, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers, we'll catch you later.
Cheers, Andrew.
Alright, and now Adam is standing by with old sparring partner from the Kia World Series, Stuart McFadden.
Always bring it up, yeah. Stuart McFadden, it wasn't the best of starts to the evening. Did you start from the pit lane, I think? But yeah, tell us about the whole evening in general.
First race was a bit of a nightmare. My computer blue screened with the remaining time in qualifying, so I missed race 1 for a wee bit, and then forgot that I had a pit lane start for race 2. So I thought, right, okay, I'll just rejoin, not go a lap down and get a reverse grid. And then one of my teammates actually reminded me that I had a pit lane start for race 2, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake, could this get any worse? So I pit lane start for race 2, and then I just tried to make as many positions up for the third race and the third and fourth race, which is the only 2 races tonight that I actually properly raced in.
You're not the only one who's forgotten to serve a penalty. Like at the time I forgot that I was banned from qualifying. Yeah, the foggy conditions for race 4. Haven't seen that too many times in the BSRTC. How was it like for you in that final race?
It was obviously it was something different, which was quite fun. But grip levels weren't too different from race 3. It was a wee bit sliding in the first lap, but once the tyres got up to temperature, it wasn't too much of a difference, to be honest.
And the amount of cars that were around you during the race, Le Mans with the slipstreaming down the back straight, was there too much bump drafting going on from where you were?
Not a lot, to be honest. There was obviously a wee bit here and there, but not anything over the top. But it was good fun going down the straights 4 wide. I'm usually the one that causes incidents with going 4 wide, but I've learned by experience just to back out of that and just finish as many races as I can. So it was fun for the brief second until I thought team points, and then I backed out of it because it's too important. Points are too important in this series.
Yeah. Next week, Road Atlanta, a lot different to Le Mans. What's your thoughts on that track?
Tyres are going to be shredded after a couple of laps with these new updates. Obviously, we're all turning left and right, but it should be a good track. I've done a lot of practice in the Skippy, obviously for the Monday nights Skippy, so I kind of know the track quite well, but it's just learning it, and the beast it is the Kia Optima.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anybody?
Just the Automech, because they help us so much with this Pro Series, and we wouldn't be here without them. And Not Kill, for the help that they give us is really, really good. So yeah, a big shout out to them and a thank you.
Well then, Stuart McFadden, thanks for talking to us, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to speak to you next week.
Yeah, anytime.
Alright, good to speak to Stuart in the commentary box, and last but not least, thank you for waiting, Mr. George Simmons.
No problem at all, thanks a lot.
How are we doing anyway? So 38 places gained on the final race. Topped off what seemed to be a really, really entertaining night for yourself.
Yeah, entertaining, absolutely. I mean, I have no idea how I managed to survive 4 races without a single scratch on my bumper. There's cars going off left, right, centre. There's slowdowns happening. It's just absolute chaos there. I don't think I actually overtook very many cars, really. You know, it's just keeping out of trouble, and all of a sudden you come around and find yourself halfway up the grid, and then you work on it from there. But no, it's a cracking night really for us in the boosted team. It's all good.
When you start 46th, you really don't expect a great deal, do you? And to come through and finish 8th in such a good quality field is that's pretty spectacular driving. We saw Sven Glatzel do the same thing.
Yeah, it's cracking. I think the only race where I didn't gain more than 20 positions was race 1, and that's because I started 5th.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was a good battle as well earlier on. And how gutted are you for your teammate John Roberts from race 2?
Couldn't believe it. Yeah, absolutely couldn't believe it. He was hanging on. I just kept an eye on him out the corner of my eye for the whole race. And then as I came across the finish line, I flicked up to the top of the scoreboard, and he'd absolutely thrown it away, hadn't he? What a shame. But still, cracking drive, John, just to hang on for the whole race. It was his to lose.
But yet again, it was a really solid night for the team, and we didn't see a lot of, say, Ben Hackerson, but he got a lot of solid finishes in as well, and it seems like you guys are really going onwards and upwards.
It's almost our aim to just fly a bit under the radar, really. I mean, boosted, our team mantra really is just get the cars to the finish. That's all you got to do. So yeah, having Ben finishing just outside the top 10 in I think all 4 races, just inside it in one of them actually. That's all we need really. So long as the cars are coming home, we're scoring points, and I think you can see that in the Pro-Am standings. In fact, we're actually, I think, running 4th overall, despite being a Pro-Am team. So, yeah, I think the guys are doing a brilliant job.
All right, and I think, definitely a really interesting time for Boosted, and it's been their best season so far, for sure. Is there anybody you'd like to thank, and before we go?
Just the rest of the Boosted team, really. We're having absolutely great fun at the moment, competing in all sorts of endurance races and BSR championships. So, yeah, we're having a really good time, and long may it continue. Keep up the good work, chaps.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much, George.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so Josh Simmons there. It's good to speak to him in the commentary box. We don't get to hear from him very often. Nice to speak to some different people, actually. Adam, for a change?
Yeah, we haven't had too many interviews recently, so yeah, good to have a good crop of drivers to talk to there, but many of them have been in the thick of the action today.
Indeed. And, Alex, you were in the thick of the action there, mate, and, final words really to sum up the evening.
I'd just like to give a shout out to the series, basically, and say anybody who's watching that hasn't given it a blast, then, jump in. Actually, it's a lot of fun out there if you you take it for what it is and just have a good blast of it. I really enjoyed myself tonight, and like I say, I wanna come back and do the odd one every now and again if I can.
That was a very, very sceptical man up until a couple of days ago, so shows how good the racing is out there in all seriousness. So Alex, thanks for giving us the entertainment on the track, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you very much.
Right then, Adam, that pretty much wraps it up from Le Mans. So what did you make of it?
Enjoyable. I think I did a good job. Made a good decision not being in the car actually, because it meant I got to sit back and enjoy all the racing we saw here. Next week, Road Atlanta. We get to see more of the same. Yeah.
Completely different challenge, yeah, but hopefully more of the same racing. That's what we look forward to seeing. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching here tonight in the BSRTC. You need to join us tomorrow lunchtime for the Oceanic F1 series as well. That's, Sam Kumo is bringing you that one. And also at the weekend, we've got things like the Club 73 Touring Car Championship going on. So, yeah, please join us for those. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. I've been Andrew Woodhouse, joined with Adam Bath, Sam Kumo for the brilliant cameras as usual, and a cameo appearance, of course, from Alex Simpson. So, from all of us here, it's a very good night.